All right, hello everybody, and welcome to tonight's show. We have a good one tonight. We have a couple of people joining us. Oh, Mike, I should have asked you about your friend that said he was going to join, or the attorney that said he was going to join. He's not here yet.
Yeah, I sent a link, but I don't know. I don't know if he'll show up or
Okay,
not.
yeah, no
That's an
problem.
attorney I've been on with. He's really cool. He's an attorney in Ohio. It would have been good for this, but I don't think I got him in time.
All right, well, let me go over a little bit about what we're doing tonight. What's going on? We have a couple of things to talk about tonight. First is going to be Chille con artist, as Hezekiah says. Chille con artist filed a federal lawsuit. Most of y'all that watch this channel know who I'm talking about. Delete laws, Chille DeCastro, whatever you want to call him. That's on you. He recently filed a lawsuit, a federal lawsuit. I think it covered 5 people. One of them that wasn't even a federal employee or a government employee. So it was pretty hilarious. But anyway, I was shared via email. I'm not sure if the person wants me to let him know what the name is, so I'm not going to. But I was shared via email his their filing of of their motion for dismissal. You know, the motion for dismissal of his court case. So we'll be going over
Okay.
that live today. Of course, I've got a legal expert. As everybody here knows, I am legally ignorant. Take that for what you want. But I do have a good person who is not legally ignorant, and that would be Law Talk with Mike. How are you doing tonight,
Good, good.
Law Talk with Miguel? That's what I'm gonna start
It's
calling
good.
him.
It's good to be here. I have not seen this filing though. I think he sent me a PDF, but I haven't even looked at it. It doesn't matter.
It's good. It's good. It's a good read. It's not a video, so we're gonna sit here. We're gonna do a lot of reading, and then we'll just discuss the reading. And then we have also the second topic or second thing that's on today's plate item is going to be a federal court case where the defendant was given a plea deal to a misdemeanor, and he fucked it up live. So I have that. I have that recorded as well. We'll go over that with Law Talk with Mike as well. And we'll talk about, whether it was a good idea, whether it was a bad idea, whatever the case may be. But me and Mike kind of already talked about it a little bit. So, but we'll talk about it with you guys. What do y'all want to see first? Do you want to see the federal court fuck up, or do you want to go through Chille's? Let me go on here. Do you want to go through Chille's? His court case first. Which one do you guys want to do first? Now I'll put Mike on just so he can finish saying hello to everybody, and we'll
Hello,
get
hello,
this over.
hello.
Mike, you're blowing up, man. I love talking with you because me and you we talked about it the other night. We're very similar, and
Mhm.
I really enjoyed talking with you, man. We had a really great show on your channel the other day.
Yeah, that was a lot of fun. I was shocked that people watched that because it was long.
It's got like 20,000 views, I think, right? Something like that.
Yeah, and it was a weird hour, but I'm just like, this is interesting. I have it. Why I did it at that time is you had done that was the trial, and you had done the sentencing on your channel.
Yeah, yeah. I did the
And I thought,
sentencing
well,
that
this
day.
dovetails nicely. Let's get it in tonight because some people are already familiar with it.
Oh, and all the fellow law nerds out there, identify yourself because I want to say big thank you to your fans, Mike, who came over as as directed on stream live for
Yes,
Taser
I recall.
Tuesday. They were there. I appreciate those guys very much so.
Ah,
Gals, guys and gals. There were so many women and so many men. It was such a great mixture of everybody. I really enjoyed having you guys come. And guess what? Because of your participation, law nerds, we'll be doing Taser Tuesday #2 this Tuesday. Hey, you know what? Because of their participation, Mike, and how awesome they are, we'll go ahead and show the source video for Taser Tuesday #2 tonight at the end of the night. So,
ooh,
all right. So, what do you
ooh,
guys want
bonus
to do?
days.
Y'all want to see Chili first, or do y'all want to see the federal court case first?
Well, tell them in the chat. Which one? Like one or two or something.
Oh yeah, put. I was getting ready to do a poll before you
All
yelled
right,
at me.
for a poll.
Yeah. Hold on. Let's see, Chili or federal. That's your two options are Chili and federal is one. Chili two. Federale. There we go, people. Vote. We'll give you like 2-3 minutes to vote, and then we're gonna get on with one of those topics. But yeah, I've had a great time. I had a great time on your channel. I had a great time responding to all the law nerds in the comment section. They're amazing. They really were. They came through. They showed. It was so funny. I was so convinced that that wasn't going to get monetized. I didn't even try to have it monetized, and it like at first it told me it was demonetized, and I was like, cool, whatever. And then they monetized it, and I was like, "Hey,
Yeah,
that's a taser video getting
you
monetized." And same
you
thing with
never
your
know.
stream, right? Your stream got monetized after we showed the taser video there too.
Yeah, that absolutely shocked me. I had given up on that idea.
All right, so let's see. Oh,
Generally, like a window break or a tase.
oh, they love those window breaks and
The,
tases.
the window breaks, I've had a couple of them get monetized, but generally speaking, you're just conceding it's not going to be monetized.
We're gonna start the Mako challenge. The Mako we'll call it Mako Mondays. Mako Mondays. All right, it looks like everybody wants to see the Chille document. Mike, you ready? Oh, wait, I think we have another person that has joined as well. Yes, we do. Absolutely. We have a sexy beast that's joined. Hello, sir. How are you
You
doing
know I am.
arresting innocent people all day long and putting them in torture cuffs? Are you taking a break to enjoy our
Dragging them to
company?
dungeons.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you know, it's tough work, but someone's got to do it. Someone's got to give Chile a person to rally against, I guess.
He hates you. He
Oh
hates
my
you.
God, I
His
know.
people hate you. He hates you. And I
It's
don't get as much I don't get that much shit from them. But you, on the other hand, they hate
well,
you.
the difference between myself and a lot of other creators is with you. You were being very reasonable, and like kudos, you did a fantastic job, sort of having a conversation with him at least at first. I know that he got a little weird by the end of it. It got a little weird by the end of the conversation with him. But that really started a lot of things. Like I was watching that going, that's wrong, that's wrong, that's wrong, that's wrong. Oh my God. Like there are some great videos that come of this. And immediately once I started talking about him, Chili was all over me going, we're going to have a talk too. You come, like, we're going to have a debate. And I think once he realized that I wasn't intimidated, that I knew what I was talking about, that I wasn't going to crumble under his nonsense. He went, "Oh, this isn't the fight for me," and so he spent a large amount of time just ignoring it. And the difference between me and you and other creators is he'll address other creators a lot. He refuses to talk about me, at least until recently when he started talking about me again. But he gets very, very upset about it because he's trying to ignore me.
Yeah.
Because he thinks if he ignores me, I'll go away. And it's not that I'm like targeting him. It's just that his content is so easy. It's so
Oh,
easy to make like
oh,
good
she's
educational
a
content
girl.
out of it. It's
Beautiful.
not like, and it's not that I'm trying to be lazy, although it is nice to have like a little bit of a break. But there's some really good educational stuff that can come from it. Being like, that's wrong. Let me go over what it actually is. And then I I use there's a Facebook I use with my channel very rarely, but I use it occasionally. And I used it, and I sort of bumbled around his some of the areas that he finds himself on Facebook. Bumbling was entirely intentional and was meant to sort of get him thinking that maybe I made a mistake giving out the name that I use. And so once he had my name, he thought this. We're going to the realm of speculation at this point. He believed that he could get information about me through my name. And so he said, we're going to have the debates back on. It was never actually off. You ran away. Like, that's not what happened. Oh, give me your phone number. Like, but we're talking through Messenger. Here's my phone number. Why don't you give me yours? Well, I don't have to because I have your phone number. Well, I have to. We have to call. We have to call so I can record the conversation. The Messenger has a voice thing. What's going on? And it was. I do not have any doubt in my mind that his entire intent was to get my phone number so he can have a name and a phone number, run it through wherever it gets run through, whatever he's using to do it, so that he can harass me in some way. Because he thinks I'm harassing him. I have not met, to my knowledge, the criminal elements of harassment. I believe that if he tried to do what I am doing, which is just correcting information, he would cross the line into crime, essentially. But it didn't work out, so he ran away again.
Well, I'm going to ask you to please do everybody a favor and quit harassing him.
Yeah.
The world would be a much better place if Blue Bacon would stop harassing Chille con artist. All right.
Oh, poor Chille.
You called me. You called me. That's harassment. Bro, you gave me your number so that we could have a phone call. What are you talking about?
Well, I will say this about this whole infusion of Chille into our realm, which is fine. I don't mind. I think everybody should be given a platform to be able to say and do whatever stupid shit they want to do, and I'm okay with that.
But that comes with a price.
What's that?
That comes with a price. You know, no matter what you say, someone's
for sure.
Yeah,
absolutely. And I have no problem like saying that, being okay with that. But one thing, like when I had flat earthers came on and I first started talking about flat earth, it really pushed me to go back and learn a little bit of physics, to go back and not learn it, but relearn it, because I'd already been taught. I just never put it to use until, as an adult, until I got into debating flat earth. With government, I never really was an astute government student. I never really paid a lot of attention. I was more science-based. It's really hard to be both science and government-based. And there are people that I commend for being totally about the government education and studies, but that wasn't me. So having him around has been able to let me learn a lot of the history of the United States, a lot about the founding fathers' intentions when they first started,
absolutely,
because you got to find out. I never take on a challenge or a person with the belief that I'm right from the beginning. There should never be the way. You shouldn't assume the other person's right either. You should just assume that you're both wrong, and then you can just grow from there. You know what I mean?
Sure.
So the with him, I've had a chance to really get in there and get to learn as to why exactly he's wrong. I learned a lot more about Pennsylvania versus Mims. I've learned a lot about Terry versus Ohio. I've learned a lot about the development of the Constitution. He brings up the Federalist Papers all the time. That man has no fucking clue what the Federalist Papers are. But
you bring up a great point, though, with all this stuff is, I've been taught by the government to do law enforcement at the level I did it, and it's not entirely consistent with what you might find throughout the country, although certainly in some places it would be. There are some variations and varieties of training throughout the country, but there are usually some pretty strong sort of foundational ideas for a lot of stuff. However, what I didn't get taught a lot was how a lot of the government is connected to other parts of the government, and how what the intent is from a sort of foundational level. I don't really know if that makes any sense. I didn't have a good grasp. I have an okay grasp. This is where I was taught. This makes sense. This goes back to this part of the Constitution. Cool, whatever, got it. Mm-hmm. Dealing with sovereign citizens and First Amendment auditors and people that are promoting misinformation, I dig deep. I love learning. I love looking stuff up, and it motivates me to really read a lot. I never checked out the Federalist Papers until I started hearing a lot of information about, gun violence. Blah. This isn't the intent. That isn't the intent. When someone starts throwing around numbers, I get very excited because numbers are easy to check. Yeah. And that's what got me to read the Federalist Papers. Like, what is the intent? Since I've started my YouTube channel, my foundational knowledge of law is substantially stronger than when I was ever enforcing it. And that's not to say I was enforcing it incorrectly. It's just I never needed to know any of this stuff. It never came up. And we had people we could contact to get involved if things got super complicated. But it rarely did. I talk to a lot of attorneys. I say, hey, am I too far off base with this? And we have conversations about it because I know, having dealt with these sovereign citizens and First Amendment auditors, it's really easy to take information, misunderstand it, and run with it. And the last thing I want is to do that and then spread misinformation unintentionally.
Yeah.
But like Law Talk, you're a channel that I watch because it's really fun to get your opinion on a lot of stuff.
Thank you.
Whenever you pop up, I'm like,
I don't think I've ever been on a stream with you.
I don't believe so. I actually just sent your video on P. Barnes to someone who's like, who is this P. Barnes fellow I keep hearing about?
Oh, man.
I know who knows. I know who's
Future
got
president
this.
of the United States, P. Barnes.
That's a nice speech, but you're still not getting in.
2142. The legend of P. Barnes will live on until 2142 and beyond.
20 minutes from him once. I didn't even know it. I found out later, like, Idaho? I was just in Idaho. Guy's courthouse is 20 minutes from me. I should have said hi.
Okay, so
I'm
before
sorry. You got
no, you're perfectly fine. Before
ready.
we go on to the document, let me oh man, it's only showing the last super chat. I will when at our next stop, I will back up and go find the other super chats to reread all the super chats to you, but it's only showing me the last one. Trade Wins 1964. Love you, smart dig deepers. Thank you very, very much. We love you too. I will get to all the other super chats in a moment. I've just got to go hunt them down while we do this. But let me get the document on screen. Here we go. You guys at home can read along.
Oh boy.
It's off of Pacer. Do you have a Pacer account, Mike?
I sure do.
Okay. Do you need any of the relevant things? Because I want to see if there's been any update to this case. So maybe you can look this up while I'm reading this.
No. I can't do that midstream. No way.
Okay. No mystery. No. Okay.
I have my assistant Yesenia look stuff up on Facebook because I hate it so much.
Okay. So
it's workable, but it's just a poorly written program. So you gotta fuss with it. That's all.
All right, so Mike, you stop me when need stopped, okay? I will read. You or Bacon, Mr. Piglet, stop me if I need to be stopped at any point in time. You too, Mike, all right? Because I'm just reading until I feel I need to stop or you tell me. All right, so this was filed, United States District Court, Southern District of Ohio, Western Division, whatever the case may be. Jose Maria de Castro, the plaintiff, versus Pam Wagner, who is, I believe, the chief of police there. And it also includes some defendants. All right. Let's see. It's a Lawrence County defendant's motion to dismiss. So in the process, they...
Wait, where's Lawrence County?
I believe that's Ohio. Is that not?
Yeah, I think it's Southern Ohio.
This is the Ironton? That's what I'm asking. This is the Ironton crap?
Yes, this is all the Ironton stuff. Okay.
Okay.
So originally, Chille de Castro filed a federal lawsuit of deprivation of rights, I believe. Is that correct, Blue Bacon? Was that the original lawsuit that he filed?
He said that he was unlawfully arrested, despite the fact that he intended to get arrested. He knew what he was doing was wrong. He said that his phone had been unlawfully seized. There are a few lawsuits. I think that's for this one. There were some other ones about the news stations because I'm mad at them, but I don't think there's anything in actual ground.
This one, yeah,
they'll lay out the claims, and this is a motion to dismiss. They'll lay out what the underlying lawsuit is. That will be one of the first things you'll see.
Okay, so I'll just start reading until Mike tells me and Bacon to shut up. Now come the Lawrence County defendants, Major Chapman, Jane Doe, and Lawrence County by counsel, respectfully requesting this court dismiss plaintiffs' claims against the aforesaid defendants pursuant to a memorandum in support is attached hereto and incorporated by reference. And we're going to get to the memorandum right now. All right, memorandum in support. Now, this is a memorandum in support of the dismissal. So these will be saying why this should be dismissed. Number one, statement of the case. We're just going to call him Chille. Chille. Proceeding pro se. So good on Mike for pro se court fails. Coming in real quick. Is a known journalist, vlogger, and reporter on YouTube and other media outlets. Citation fucking needed. They did provide it. We will see what it is that makes him classified as a journalist. Plaintiff is a self-proclaimed civil rights activist who publishes video recordings on media forums such as YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, and the like since approximately 2020. According to the plaintiff, the financial benefits of his postings have been an essential economic support for him since this time. I do want to stop it here because he has said multiple times in his videos that he does not do this for money. So this would have to be a refutation of what he has made claims of it being an essential economic support for him. So again, there is a citation for that. So we can go check that citation out when it's all done. But it's a contradiction that he often makes. I just wanted to point that out. It's not really relevant to the dismissal, but it is relevant to us that are watching him. On March 29, 2022, plaintiff, who is not a resident of Ironton, Ohio, was involved in a protest that occurred at Ironton City Hall. Plaintiff claims that at approximately 4 p.m. on the aforesaid date, he was at Ironton City Hall peacefully protesting. The complaint sets forth at approximately 5 p.m., a City of Ironton employee announced that the City Hall building was closing and going to be locked. After City Hall...
I believe in part of his complaint, unless it didn't make the final draft, he said that he received 0 warnings for it. That might have not been...
I'm not 100% sure on, but yeah, but we've all seen that video. He was clearly told to get out. He was clearly warned. They were polite. Yeah. It wasn't until he refused and said, "I'm here protesting," that they got the police, which was the right move for them to do. They can't just physically throw him out. That's the police's job. Call the police, let them deal with it. That's what they did. All right. Let's see. After City Hall closed and the plaintiff did not exit the building, he was seized and handcuffed and placed under arrest by defendants Spoljaric, Blankenship, McKnight, and Fouch. The aforesaid defendants are police officers with the Ironton Police Department. Then, according to plaintiff, he was taken to the booking area where several criminal charges were brought against him, and he was patted down, his person searched, and personal property, including his wallet, car key, and other items, including his iPhone 12 Max Pro, were taken. During the booking process, the complaint claims that Major Chapman with the Lawrence County Sheriff's Department told plaintiff that he had to get his social security number. Plaintiff objected, and according to the complaint, Chapman told him that he would be listed as a John Doe and incarcerated for up to 3 months until the FBI confirmed his identity. Yeah, that's something that, like, I want to point this out. A lot of First Amendment auditors say, that they refuse to give ID. And in certain states, you do have that right in certain states. Like in the state I live in Texas, they don't have the right to just stop you and ask you for your ID. But in other states, they do. And in fact, in some states, even where they don't have the right to stop and ask you for your ID, they do have the right to ask you for your ID when you're part of an investigation. Now, you have the right to refuse that ID, but here's what comes with that right to refuse to identify yourself. They still have to identify you. So they're going to do it one of 2 ways. They're going to take you in, and they're going to run a thumbprint scanner over it, and you're going to sit in jail until they get a valid confirmation of your identification. And if you don't have any warrants, they're going to release you, and all of that will be for nothing. Or the second option is you're just going to give in and give up your ID, because that's what everybody does. When it comes down to I'm not in trouble, I've done nothing wrong, I am a part of an investigation, I do have to give my ID up, the cop will explain that and say, here's your other alternative. You can go to jail, and we can keep you there until we have you identified. And they usually give it up then. Now, in this situation, go ahead.
For Texas, if you're arrested, you do have to actually identify.
Arrested, yes.
Arrested, yes. Detained varies from state to state, sometimes county to county. Absolutely correct. I can tell you from how we did it, if you didn't identify, where are we going to send your stuff? Where are we going to send the citation? So, yeah, you are held. And 3 months is a long time. I think
that'd be a long time. Yeah, that'd be a really long time.
It would probably be a few days.
Yeah.
But he would be in some sort of holding cell or facility until they could ascertain his exact identity. So as far as social security number goes, that is probably the best thing to ask him for. He does have a history of using fake IDs.
Yeah. All right. So I just wanted to let everybody know. That's what they're telling him they'll do. That he's going to have to sit in jail until they actually ID him through some other sort of system. If he doesn't want to just give up his state provided ID. All right, so here we go. The complaint claims that Chapman then demanded plaintiff's social security number and threatened him with a felony charge of obstruction of justice if plaintiff did not give him his social security number. Plaintiff claims that if he provided his social security number to Chapman under his threat, I'm sorry, I read that wrong. Plaintiff claims that he provided his social security number to Chapman under his threat. According to the complainant, after approximately 2 hours, Chille was required to post bond for alleged criminal violations, was released, and his property returned to him, all but his cell phone recording device, which he uses for his occupation and personal record, which I believe they can keep as evidence if you use it to record yourself committing a crime. So,
generally,
not sure he's going to have a case there to really fight against.
Some
right.
questions arise whether or not it would matter if it was a live stream. Because if it's live stream, do you really need a phone? The argument can be made, well, he can delete the live stream from his phone, and therefore we're going to hold a counter argument. He can delete it from any computer. So if he really wanted to make a fuss about it, I think there's enough to make a fuss. Would he win? I don't know, but there's certainly a conversation that could be had at the very least.
All right, let's see. There was something shared with me on Discord that the person that sent that to me, be a little bit more specific. I'm in the middle of a live stream, so I can't really. It's relevant to what's going on right now, so I'd like to get more clarification from it because we might need to address it. But if she will, if whoever sent it to me will just go ahead and clarify a little bit more in the Discord. Thank you. All right, so several days later, on April 5th, 2022, plaintiff was contacted by Darren Habercorn, a person unknown to the plaintiff, who allegedly received a telephone call from an individual working for the Lawrence County Clerk of Court's office regarding Chille. The complainant claims that Jane Doe, her first name possibly Samantha, called and reported to him that Chille had stolen his telephone number and had used it to call her office and made harassing and obscene phone calls. Jane Doe further stated the plaintiff was crazy and that he had stolen other people's phone numbers and done likewise. Have you heard anything about that, Blue Bacon?
I've heard some stuff.
I have hijacking or probably spoofing, right? Just spoofing numbers as he's calling people.
When Chille, so before Chille was trying to get my number, I had heard rumors, probably from something having to do with this particular case. However, once it became clear Chille was trying to get my number, I got contacted by a lot of people saying, do not give him anything because he's doing this with other people. Do I have evidence to support that? No. But are there a lot of people that are very concerned about it? Yes. Unfortunately, I can't confirm anything either way.
All right. Well, I just wanted to make sure. See if you heard
I got the same sort of warnings about him.
I don't. He doesn't have my number. I'm not about to give it to him. Based upon the aforesaid allegations, plaintiff filed a complaint in the United States District Court, Southern District of Ohio, Western District, on April 13th, 2022. The complaint names the following defendants: Pam Wagner, Brad Spoljaric, Chance Blankenship, Evan McKnight, Officer Fouch, Major Chapman, Jane Doe, City of Ironton, and Lawrence County, Ohio. The complaint sets forth the following causes of action. Cause 1, 42 U.S.C. 1983, violation of the Fourth Amendment against Wagner, Spoljaric, Blankenship, McKnight, and Fouch. So that's the first cause they're going to have ask for dismissal on, a violation of Fourth Amendment rights, or based on violation of Fourth Amendment rights. There are 42 U.S.C. 1983, again, a violation of Fourth Amendment rights against Chapman. Cause 3, 14th Amendment violation, that's due process of law against the defendant. Cause 4, for 42 U.S.C. 1983, another violation of First Amendment rights against the defendants. Cause 5 would be a violation of the Fourth Amendment rights against Chapman. Cause 6 is a violation of the 14th Amendment against Jane Doe, which I think that's the lady. In Jane Doe, sorry for stopping, guys, but Blue Bacon, isn't Jane Doe the lady that I covered? The one that was like, you're the creator of chaos. Isn't that the one that he's trying?
I hope so.
And she's not a government employee.
Her name is Crispy.
Her name is what?
Well, it's not her official name, but they call her Crispy because she likes Krispy Kremes, or so I'm told.
Oh.
Who doesn't?
Yeah, so, okay.
And she's cool as hell.
So apparently, from what I have known, from what I've heard, from Blue Bacon's source, is that she doesn't even work for the government. So to file a cause against her for a violation of 14th Amendment rights would be pretty hard if she's just a normal citizen. Because
it's downright wacky.
Yeah, it's wacky. It's, trying to. She didn't citizens arrest him in that video, as far as I know. And cause number 7 is Monel claim a Monel. What's a Monel claim?
That's for his phone, I believe.
Okay, a claim against Ironton and Lawrence County for failure to properly train and supervise. Okay, so I guess he's saying that they're their bad
They seized
training.
it illegally. I think that's what his argument was for that.
Yeah. Okay. For the reasons set forth below, the Lawrence County defendants maintain that the claims set forth in the complaint fail to state a claim upon which relief can be granted pursuant to Federal RCiv P 12B6. What does that mean, Mike? It's the last sentence. For the reasons set forth below, the Lawrence County defendants maintain that the claims set forth in the complaint fail to state a claim upon which relief can be granted pursuant to that.
I mean, this just that he failed to state a claim, which he has. I can't remember Monell claim. Oh my God, I filed a 1983 claim, but it's been a few years. I can't remember.
I think I might be
off.
But
he has failed to state a claim here. Why? Let's start with the defendant who's not a government employee. That's just gone. It just doesn't fit within the statute. The other violations, he's just not going to be able to prove it. Yeah, he got arrested, and then the usual things happen as a result of that arrest. It's just not going to fly.
Yeah, he doesn't say anything out of the ordinary for arrest procedures, and he was committing a crime.
Let's start with this. Let's start with this. This thing is absolutely dead on arrival if he gets convicted of anything.
What do you mean? Like if he gets convicted of the criminal trespass?
Whatever. What was it?
Disorderly conduct? Disorderly conduct. I actually believe it is what they charged him with.
Disorderly trespass and obstruction, I believe.
I'm oversimplifying it to make it palatable for people, but if he gets convicted of disorderly conduct, then all of this is sort of justified immediately. If he doesn't, or they pitch it, or he even beats it, that doesn't mean he wins. But you are nowhere if you get convicted on the underlying charge.
Yeah.
Nowhere. Because you're effectively saying it's some sort of malicious prosecution. And if you get convicted on it, well, that takes that off the table.
Okay. All right. So I'll continue to read. All right. Motion to dismiss standard. Rule 12b6 permits dismissal of a complaint for failure to state a claim upon which relief can be granted, which is exactly what Mike was just explaining. The complaint must contain a short and plain statement of the claim showing the pleader is entitled to relief. This goes with every case, by the way, guys. When you file this, you have to have these. This is part of what makes your case even viable is the short and plain statement saying exactly why you deserve relief from, and then you go into your evidence and your explanation, your more in-depth detail. But anyway, okay. The plaintiff's ground for relief must entail more than labels and conclusions, and a formulaic recitation of the elements of a cause of action will not do. Bell Atlantic Corp. v. Twombly, 550 U.S. 2007. All right. Although
Which is exactly what this is.
Yes. Although a plaintiff...
You violated the Fourth Amendment because I alleged you violated the Fourth Amendment.
Exactly. You're a tyrant because I say you're a tyrant.
Yeah, you violated the Fourth Amendment because you broke into my house at 4:00 in the morning and took my stuff with no warrant. Boom. Now you violated the Fourth Amendment. You just circular logic. You violated it because I said so. Does not fly. That's this case is always cited in these motions to dismiss.
Yeah. Although a plaintiff need not plead specific facts, the complaint must give the defendant fair notice of what the claim is and the grounds upon which it rests. Nader v. Blackwell, 2008. Quoting Erickson v. Pardis, 2007, a naked assertion gets the complaint close to stating a claim, but without some further factual enhancement, it stops short of the line between possibility and plausibility. Twombly.
Yep.
To survive a motion to dismiss under Federal Reserve. I don't know how to. I think it's a civil rule 12b6. A complaint
Federal
must.
Rules Civil Procedure 12b6.
Okay, yeah, Federal Rules Civil Procedure 12b6. We'll just shorten it to 12b6. A complaint must contain either direct or inferential allegations respecting all the material elements to sustain a recovery under some viable legal theory. Clusty versus Taco Bell. Yo quiero Taco Bell. 1995. All right. Law and argument. This is where we're going to get into the nastiness. A plaintiff's second and fifth cause of action failed to state a claim upon which relief can be granted. The Fourth Amendment protects the right of the people to secure in their persons, houses, papers, and effects against unreasonable searches and seizures. Davenpeck v. Alford. Accordingly, the Fourth Amendment protects two types of expectations, one involving searches, the other seizures. United States v. Lewis. Let's see. Quoting United States v. Jacobs. Oh, well, I guess that was part of that. All right. The right to informational privacy arises from the 14th Amendment. Johnson v. Rita. See also Doe v. Delhi. The right to non-disclosure of one's medical information emanates from a different source and protects different interests than the right to be free from unreasonable searches and seizures. The Sixth Circuit narrowly applies the right to informational privacy only to interests that implicate a fundamental liberty interest. And that would be the Sixth Circuit has limited such a violation to only two instances. One, where the release of personal information could lead to bodily harm, as in Kallstrom versus City of Columbus. Now, I already knew this one. This is going to be your undercover cop, okay? Can't release the identity of an undercover cop that infiltrated a mafia, den and brought them down from the inside. If releasing his identity will hurt him or his family, they're not going to release the identity. Two, where the information released was of a sexual, personal, and humiliating nature, as in Block. Okay? So those are the two situations. Now, we can go ahead and say that Chille's event is definitely humiliating, but nobody wants to have sex with that guy. So we're gonna avoid the sexual and personal nature of that. Just the humiliating part. And no, neither one of those apply to Chille's situation. Case law clearly establishes that the Constitution does not provide a right to privacy in one's social security number. Pay attention, Chille. Pay attention. Irvin versus S. Cent, Kentucky. All right. Civil action number 113 CVP 104 if you're listening, -M. All right. We also agree that the Constitution does not provide a right to privacy in one's social security number. Like the Seventh Circuit and other federal courts to address this question, we decline to expand the constitutional right to privacy to cover the collections of social security numbers. All right, Mike, would you care to chime in at this point? Well, Mike appears to have gone blank.
It's good so far. This is a motion to dismiss, and it's a high standard to get it dismissed. I suspect that this will be granted, but bear in mind it's very difficult. You're assuming facts most favorable to Chille here. So they're just saying, can you even plausibly, if we look at it, and can we even imagine a scenario where you win? It's very easy to overcome if you have some facts. He does allege some stuff. I don't think it's sufficient. I think this motion probably gets granted.
This one probably gets granted.
But even if this motion gets denied, it doesn't mean that Chille wins. It just means, we didn't blow you out just on the face of the complaint.
Right. He still has to win it in court. This is just not being dismissed.
Easier as a motion for summary judgment and just say, all right, well, let's look at some of the actual facts. All right, they don't rise to the level of. I'm making a finding, you lose. That's easier, but you start with a motion to dismiss. That's the first thing you do.
Okay.
If you're defending this.
All right. In the case before this court, the complaint alleges that Chapman knew or should have known that a person refusing to provide a Social Security number in order to complete the processing of an arrest is not a violation of any law. Plaintiff further claims that it is a Fourth Amendment violation when compelling someone to do so under threat of punishment, which I believe this document already cited the two cases already that this document has cited that show that that's not the case, that the law of the land does not see it the same way that Chille sees it. It's not a violation of your Fourth Amendment rights to have to disclose that.
No, but there might be other cases out there that would be more favorable. I don't suspect Chille. I don't know if they are, because I don't do this all day. But you might be able to respond to that. There may be other cases, but I highly doubt that he's going to figure it out, even if they exist.
Yeah, I'm thinking more. This is more along the lines of one of those. Look, you can give us your Social Security and make life easy on you, or don't and make it hard on you. And he was like, okay, fine, it's a violation of my rights, but here you go. And that's not a violation of your rights when it goes down like that,
Right.
All right, so the complaint fails to address how plaintiff's Fourth Amendment rights were allegedly violated by Chapman, which he doesn't. He doesn't explain. He just says it. Now, the complaint never alleges Chapman unlawfully seized or searched plaintiff or his property. Moreover, even if plaintiff is claiming a constitutional violation of his right to privacy, his claim still fails. As the case law set forth above provides, plaintiff's constitutional rights were not violated because he was required to provide a Social Security number. Plaintiff's complaint provides nothing more than hollow and conclusory allegations, which fail to overcome a motion to dismiss pursuant to Civil Procedure 12b-6. Therefore, plaintiff's second and fifth causes of action fail to state a claim upon which relief can be granted and should be dismissed. Captain Mike, do you agree?
I do.
All right, 1 for 1.
I do, but now this does get into the judge's discretion. Their complaint is incredibly thin, but he does state something specific. Hey, my property was taken as a result of this arrest. So the judge is sitting there going, is there any way I can construe that as a violation, even though I don't honestly think it is, but is there any way, under any circumstance, could he prove that? And that's where it's difficult. At the motion to dismiss stage.
Right.
My hunch is that the judge grants this motion to dismiss because it's good, but I'm just saying it's a hell of a burden to overcome.
Okay, just so you know, every time you defend Chille, you lose subscribers. Okay, like people unsubscribe.
Well, I'm not defending him. I'm just saying what's set up in the federal court.
Chille called me on said on his video that me and him were best buds, and I lost about 2,500 subs that day. I was like, wait, what? I didn't say he was my friend. He said I was his friend. Why do I lose subs?
I've got everybody. I talked to you about this, Skeptic. I got a bunch of people saying that he's talking trash about me, and I'm like, I don't care. I've been like so busy with the death trial and like so many other things, I haven't even looked it up. I'm like, I'm sure.
Yeah.
I made a bunch of videos laughing at him because he's hilarious. I'm sure he doesn't like me. I'm sure he says bad things about me. I just don't care.
My favorite part of that was like he's like, oh yeah, he's on our side, and then it was like 10 seconds later, and he's like, wait, y'all are saying that Team Skeptic's over there talking shit about me? And I was like,
I was live streaming that when it happened.
Yes.
It's on my channel. I was live streaming it, and I'm like, I know Team Skeptic, and I'm, I'm not. I don't think this is right, but okay.
Okay. It wouldn't be the first time you've been delusional, but all right. Okay, so on to number B. Plaintiff's sixth cause of action fails to state a claim upon which relief can be granted. The 14th Amendment prohibits any state from depriving any person of life, liberty, or property without due process of law. Carluck versus Osborne. Let's see. The point is straightforward. The Due Process Clause provides that certain substantive rights, life, liberty, and property, cannot be deprived except pursuant to constitutionally adequate procedures. In other words, you can't be held against your will unless you've broken the law. They can't. It would be a violation of your constitutional rights for them to just jail you without you ever having broken the law, without you having gone through due process to prove your innocence, or for them to prove that you were guilty, because you ain't got to prove your innocence. They got to prove you're guilty. Historically, this guarantee of due process has been applied to deliberate decisions of governmental officials to deprive a person of life, liberty, or property. Daniels versus Williams, 474. Thus, merge negligence and is insufficient to trigger constitutional liability under the 14th Amendment's Due Process Clause. LS versus Mount Olive. See also Franklin versus Aycock. All right, the court concluded that negligent conduct which causes injury to be causes injury to a protected interest could not be considered a deprivation within the meaning of the 14th Amendment, stating that a contrary holding would trivialize the centuries-old process or principles of due process of law. The first inquiry in a 14th Amendment due process claim is whether the interest in stake is within the 14th Amendment's protection. Carlock said, that's citing Carlock, I'm sorry. The 14th Amendment's due process clause protects persons against deprivations of life, liberty, or property, and those who seek to invoke its procedural protection must establish that one of those interests is at stake. Again, you can't just make the claim. You have to show. You can't say, I was deprived for a USC 1832 or whatever the sovereign citizens like to say. Deprivation of, I'm going to get you for, conspiracy of deprivation of rights is one, and the other one is deprivation of rights. I believe it's USC 28 and 29, I think 38 or 39 maybe. But you can't just say that. You have to prove it. Only after reaching a conclusion that the interest claimed is within that protection does this court consider the form and nature of the process that is due. The complaint alleges that defendant Jane Doe, possibly Samantha, knew or should have known, Crispy, that any person willfully making a false complaint against another person is a crime. However, defamatory statements alone do not constitute a deprivation of liberty guaranteed by the 14th Amendment. I believe she called him the creator of chaos. And maybe he's looking at that as some kind of violation of due process of law.
She literally thought I created chaos. I don't know what to do.
Yeah. How am I ever going to live that one down, guys? Every time I go to get a new job, they search my name and it comes up creator of chaos by some crispy lady.
I know what a nickname is. I use a nickname in my daily life, but this one doesn't fly.
Jane Doe just tried to get me for bad stuff, and it's not even true. I've got videos. Go watch my channel, Delete Laws.
I don't create anything.
Do you know that it's her?
I don't, but I'm assuming.
I don't care. I'm having fun with it, but I don't even know that they're referring to her.
I'm pretty sure it is. But I'm not 100%. I don't want to say that I'm 100% sure.
The only reason I say that is that was like, I think a few days later or something. He goes and gets arrested, and then a few days later, he's talking about how corrupt Ironton is and walking around and trying to feed people stories, and she comes by and tells him, he's a dopey grifter, and goes about her day. That's what happened. So it wasn't the date of the arrest.
This wouldn't have been the clerk that was saying that her number had been given away, right? Because then it would be someone he talked to while trying to make the protest happen.
I don't know. All I know.
I don't think it's Crispy, because if you're doing a motion to dismiss, I think it's probably some person where he was in some municipal building or something. I do think it's probably a government worker, because if not, and I'm defending this, my first thing is that he's making a claim against somebody who has no association with the government.
So the way I was explained was that he believed her to be a prosecutor there, when actually she has an office inside of that building. So she has like her own business that's an office inside of that building. So that's why,
like rents some space or something. Okay.
So he had said that, or what was told to me was said that he had added somebody that was a non-government official to a government or to a federal lawsuit. So I'm assuming it was her, because of all the interactions I've seen, she was the only exclusively non-governmental employee, even including the janitor. I'm considering him a governmental employee by this standard. Mm-hmm. She was the only one that was a non-governmental employee that was in the mix, and it references a non-governmental employee. That's the only reason I'm putting those assumptions together. I could be wrong. She's still crispy and he's still chilly, so all right. So
we can't make it. It's beautiful. I mean, it really is.
It is, yeah. All right, let's see. According to
raise a toast to Chille for creating this chaos and giving me something to chuckle at.
Chille, thank you so much for being a jackass.
It's good.
We wouldn't be able to do this without you, sir. All right, here we go. Back to the complaint. According to plaintiff, if that person is in their official capacity, such as Jane Doe, doing so to subject Castro to being falsely arrested is a violation of his 14th Amendment rights due to due process of law. So I don't know. Maybe I did get that one wrong because now it's saying it led to his arrest, and I think those two happened on separate days.
Yep.
I think so because his live stream's like 4 hours long.
A government employee at this municipal center said, "Hey, this guy is being annoying," and alerted the cops, and now he's adding them, and then that would make sense at least to the extent that it's under 1983.
Yeah. All right. Let's see. Plaintiff was arrested on March 30th.
You know.
Wait. Oh my God. No. Wait. Hold on. Look at the next line though, Mike. Look at the next line. Plaintiff was arrested on March 31st, 2022. However, according to Exhibit 4 attached to the complaint, Jane Doe's statements regarding plaintiff did not occur until April 1st, 2022. Which was after plaintiff was arrested. So maybe it is her.
Yep. So it is
crispy,
her.
crispy.
I was leaning for him, but no, he is that stupid. Oh,
he is that stupid. All right, the allegation. Man, but bye subscribers for Law Talk with Mike. You know,
I'm already subscribed, so.
The allegations set forth in the complaint and exhibits attached thereto establish that plaintiff was never arrested as a result of Jane Doe's statements. An allegation regarding plaintiff being falsely arrested is merely based on a hypothetical situation. See Moss v. United States. Noting that if the conflict is as to a matter that is irrelevant or the conflict is merely hypothetical, there is no constitutional violation. He's got to prove that there was an actual constitution. He cannot continuously just say, you, and you have violated my rights, and then slide those off and go, okay, now you, and you have also violated my civil rights. You got to prove it. Right. You got to have proof. When the theory of causation is a matter of pure speculation and is nothing more than a hypothetical argument, the pleadings are insufficient to sustain a compensable 1983 claim, which is what Mike has been saying the whole time. Accordingly, plaintiff's sixth cause of action fails to state a claim upon which relief can be granted, and as a result, dismissal is warranted. Mike, Judge Mike, do you agree?
Oh yeah, I mean this one's easy. This one gets dismissed. So like a judge, I think they could dismiss the whole thing here, but it's certainly within the judge's discretion if they really want to give Chille leeway on a motion to dismiss. But you bang out this count, no two ways about it. This count's gone.
I honestly have not read. I read the outline because I wanted to see the order stuff was put in, but I didn't read anything. And the fact that he got arrested on March 31st and his interaction with the lady was on April 1st, it dumbfounds me. Yeah. It absolutely dumbfounds me.
If an attorney did this, not him, but if an attorney did this, if I filed this, if Mike Gravlin filed this pleading and signed it, I would be hit with sanctions under Rule 11 for placing my signature on this flaming turd that says that I got arrested but because of statements that occurred 48 hours after I was arrested.
It just makes me laugh every time I think about it. And he did it with confidence too. I'm sure he was super alpha when he filed. He probably cracked the desk. He probably used the stamp of Thor to do it. Only he, Thor, and Odin himself can pick the stamp up. All right, so that's 2 for 2 against Chille. Everybody resub to Law Talk with Mike right now. Plaintiff's seventh cause of action fails to state a claim upon which relief can be granted. There are 3 main requirements for a local government to be liable under Section 1983. 1, its employees' conduct must be pursuant to the local government's law, custom, or policy, which means that to hold the city has to have a citywide violation of civil rights. You can't sue the city for a violation of civil rights because, an off-duty police officer hit your car and then punched you in the face because you were bitching about it. That's not how that works. That case,
this arises from his allegations that there's a failure to train the officers, which is pretty common when you're dealing with a civil rights case involving law enforcement. Yeah, that gets thrown in there all the time. But you have to actually establish that the training was either wrong or never took place what was supposed to. And he never does that.
Right, where it's a institutional violation of constitutional liberties or constitutional rights. All right, number 2, its employees' conduct must be either unconstitutional or in violation of a right secured by a federal statute. And 3, that law, custom, or policy must be unconstitutional or otherwise violate a right secured by federal statute. Thus, a municipality cannot be held responsible for a constitutional deprivation unless... where's my mouse at? Okay, there it is. Unless there's a direct causal link between a municipal policy or custom and the alleged constitutional deprivation. In order to sufficiently allege a 1983 claim, a plaintiff must identify a custom or policy and specify what exactly that custom or policy was. Complaint fails.
There's your problem in a nutshell. That's where it should definitely be dismissed. He doesn't even allege that. He doesn't say they're doing this because the city of Ironton said, hey, go out and violate everybody's civil rights.
Yeah.
Which is, I mean, I'm being over the top, but they don't have some policy that would imply that. And he doesn't even allege it.
Yeah, he just says because an employee did this, it is a violation or the municipality is responsible for that violation, which is not true. That's what this is saying. It has to show that it's a custom. It's an corporate, because it is a corporation. It's corporate wide policy for everybody that's under the corporation of the municipality. Everybody must follow this rule, and this rule in itself is a violation of civil rights. That is where this would fall in. Go ahead.
He did a video where he was filing the suit, and it was hilarious. And I did a stream on that, and all I could see was the front caption, maybe the first page of it, and I could see he didn't name the Ironton Police Department. And I'm like, they're a necessary party. You have to name them, and then allege this violation, that some policy that led to this.
Are you saying he doesn't know what he's talking about?
I said it right in my video. I said your complaint's insufficient on its face. I don't know what to say.
All right.
I didn't bother telling him until now because I knew a motion to dismiss would come in. I wasn't going to help him.
Yes. Okay. So in the very next thing, it says a complaint fails to sufficiently plead a Monell policy claim where it fails to identify any specific customer policy, which is what you're saying. He's not identifying exactly what's going on. What the problem is, but instead alleges that the policies were insufficient in a generic way, internal quotations omitted. Thus, a plaintiff must set forth more than a threadbare recital of the elements of a cause of action supported by mere conclusory statements. As the court fittingly explained in Kearney, this court understands Twombly and Iqbal are requiring plaintiff to allege some facts in his complaint to support his conclusory allegations that Highland Park fails to adequately train or supervise its police officers, which is what I think you were saying, Blue Bacon, right? Was the failure to train. Okay. And therefore their failure to train is what leads to systemic violations of rights, which is what his case is built on. All right, so we'll just scoot on down. Let's see. To merely state that a municipality has a policy or custom is not enough. A plaintiff must allege facts demonstrating the municipality's policy, such as examples of past situations where law enforcement officials have violated constitutional rights. In this case, the complaint sets forth conclusory allegations that Lawrence County, through its supervisors, officers, employees, and trainings, promulgated the making of the unconstitutional acts as outlined in the foregoing causes of action. The complaint further claims that Lawrence County knew or should have known that their training and supervision of their policy makers, employees, and other officers must include clear knowledge of the constitutional nuances relating to their public service, and failed to properly train and supervise their employees to refrain from making unconstitutional actions in violations of the rights of citizens, basically blaming the city for what he believes to be systemic civil rights violations. The allegations set forth in the complaint are merely labels and conclusions and a formulaic recitation of the elements, which are insufficient to overcome a motion to dismiss. Thus, plaintiff has not identified any specific municipal policy, custom, training program, or supervision policy to support his claims against the municipal defendants. Dismissing all claims against... they should be dismissing all the claims. That's what that statement was supposed Yeah, my tonal inflections were a bit off there. That should have I shouldn't have been preparing myself for a comma, but more for a period. But anyway, in this case, plaintiff's claim against Lawrence County fails to meet the Monell articulation requirement. The complaint fails to identify any specific policy or custom that was the moving force behind the alleged constitutional violation, and as a result fails to state a claim upon which relief can be granted against the aforesaid defendant. Judge Mike, do you agree or disagree?
Yeah.
3 for 3, Mike.
That's a killer form. They just didn't do that. I forget that's the Monell standard that you got to deal with. I forgot because it's been a little while since I filed one of those. But yeah, they're toast right there. I think this gets granted. However, probably gets granted without prejudice with leave to amend. Not that he'll figure it out, but
yeah, I was about to say he has no idea what that means. By the way, he could be sitting there with a pen and paper and notepad, and he's gonna have to play that in slow motion to catch every word you just said, and then go and look up what each word means to understand that what you just said was that he could refile it later, amended refiling it later.
It's funny. I know how you could do it, but I'm not going to explain it to him right now.
Hey,
didn't you know he's going to take California bar? He's going to get a bunch of new words from those pages and then use them later and hope they work.
Well, I love how he says. I love how he's constantly said he's had 20 years of constitutional study, and every time he debates somebody, he says, "I learned something new. I learned something new." And we're all people that have been like looking into this for the past year. You know, he's done 20 years. My ass. All right.
Because he only started a couple years ago.
We're approaching the end, guys. All right. Defendants are entitled to qualified immunity. I'll let you guys kind of take over this. I'll read it, but I want to let y'all talk because y'all are more, lawyer and Leo. So, right. Is that sufficient? Can I call you Leo, Leo, or is that a good way to?
Yeah, and technically, yeah.
Okay. So I just want to make sure.
I still hold the title. I don't engage in the actions so much anymore.
Okay.
Due to the nature of my job.
Close enough, Blue Bacon.
Yeah.
He's trying. Blue Bacon just said he was a pig without saying that he's a pig.
Oink, oink.
All right. T. Defendants are entitled to qualified immunity. Section 1983 claims are limited by the qualified immunity exception, such that a government employee will be shielded from liability so long as the employee acted under objectively reasonable belief that his or her actions were lawful. In a nutshell, that means that if a police officer makes a mistake and he does violate your rights, but the mistake he made was objectionably reasonable, meaning, let's say he gets a phone call and in the phone call they say there is a male running down the street, red hat, red shirt, red pants, red shoes. He's just confirmed shot 10 people, killed, and he's running north on this street. And a cop turns down that street and they see a male, red, running in that direction, and they stop him, but it's the wrong guy. They didn't violate his rights. Because there's an objectively reasonable reason. I'm sorry?
It's a perfect hypothetical.
Yes, and because,
yeah, like, and it turns out there's another guy with all red, who's actually the proper perpetrator of the crime. But you grab this one. It's incredibly reasonable as a law enforcement officer that you do that.
And it's unlucky. It's unlucky, and it happens.
Right.
But this is what
you're not out to deprive someone of their rights. You're out to do your job, and it's a reasonable thing.
Right. And this is why it exists, because there are officers out there that do go out looking to deprive people of their rights, and they lose their qualified immunity because of this clause right here. So this is why it's pertinent and important.
And they should. If somebody's got it out for somebody and you have some evidence of that, and you really can find that sort of thing from time to time, great. And they should lose their qualified immunity, but it's all these things are very difficult.
Yeah. All right. A successful 1983 claimant must establish that a defendant acted knowingly or intentionally in violating his or her constitutional rights. Acting negligently or recklessly does not overcome the qualified immunity afforded to the government employee. The protection of qualified immunity applies regardless of whether the government official's error is a mistake of law, a mistake of fact, or a mistake based on mixed questions of law and fact, which is kind of what I just scenario I just put out.
So you got to show the police officers really out on line, not in good faith.
Yes.
Maybe slightly wrong, but trying.
Correct. Noting that
if people aren't getting this by now, a 1983 claim is an incredibly high burden.
Because it's a deprivation of human rights. It's up there with, I mean, it's not as bad as a war crime, but it's taken seriously. Deprivation of human rights is taken seriously on the international level, and we take it seriously here in America as well. All right, to determine whether a governmental employee is entitled to qualified immunity, a court must consider whether considering the allegations in a light most favorable to the party asserting the injury, a constitutional right would have been violated on the facts alleged. Mike said this earlier. It's always in favor of the asserting party. That's why they have to be the ones that make the facts, because they need to be given every opportunity to show that their human rights were taken away. And then everything else is on the defending party to respond to that. It's a little bit backwards than it is with the innocent until proven guilty on the criminal level, I would say. A right is clearly established. Go ahead. Or is somebody about to say something?
Oh, no, sorry. So you're saying it's backwards from the innocent until proven guilty. Not entirely, because in this case, one could consider the police the victims because the charges are against them. And so their innocence is presumed. And if facts aren't presented, then their innocence is presumed to be maintained. So the backwardsness is the placement of the government, not necessarily the presumption of innocence.
Right. Okay. Yeah. That's maybe I got that wrong.
Which I think is what
you're
saying.
The real issue is that it's motion to dismiss. And I may even be misquoting it, but motions to dismiss, motions for summary judgment, federal, state, there's usually some variation of you assume the facts most favorable to the non-moving party. So that's what it is. So because you're saying you want the court to dismiss them before they even get a chance to present evidence, you've got to show that they haven't even presented a case. So we're going to take any facts that they do allege, for instance, and say they could be true. Is there any construction where it might be right? And that's why it's very difficult on the motion to dismiss level, not on the case generally, but at this particular motion level.
All right. A right is clearly established if a reasonable official would understand that what he is doing violates that right. Which is, that again would be, he knows he's violating a right that would take away his qualified immunity. He would not be objectively reasonable at that point. He would be knowingly committing something that was objectively non-reasonable. Unreasonable. Qualified immunity ordinarily applies unless the contours of the asserted right were sufficiently clear that every reasonable official would have understood that what he was doing violated that right. In determining whether qualified immunity applies, these questions need not be considered in order. Moreover, the burden lies on the plaintiff to refute a defense of qualified immunity once properly pleaded. All right, Mike, you want to chime in on that?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, are you in agreement?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. As explained above, defendants. Go ahead.
They've got serious issues. But here's how you make a 1983 claim stick. I mean, if you want to see how it works and you can win this, you have something where there's police brutality and it's videotaped. Somebody just goes after somebody who's not resisting and they're jacked up and and you have the video. Then you can show all of these things. That police officer isn't confused. He knows he's crossing a line. Think in like real world examples, like what would qualify. That's the sort of stuff you need. You need goods to make a 1983 claim stick.
Yeah. And in his goods, they didn't even handcuff him. If you remember in his arrest video, he got all the way to the back room and they didn't handcuff him not one time. I'm sorry, go ahead.
He's saying I don't like the arrest, but we have a videotape of them saying you got to leave. The place is closed, and he doesn't do it. Then he gets arrested. Then they don't beat him. They don't do anything. They take his phone, and that probably has evidence on it. That seems reasonable. It doesn't seem like a violation, like the police officer. Well, I just want to violate your rights. It's like, no, that's like procedure that makes sense.
Yeah. All right.
The arrest makes sense. All those things make sense. So it's just very difficult where he's coming from.
Yeah. All right. So here's the conclusion. We finally reached the end, fellas, ladies. For the reasons set forth above, the second and fifth causes of action against defendant Chapman, the sixth cause of action against defendant Jane Doe, and the seventh cause of action against Lawrence County fail to state a claim upon which relief can be granted pursuant to Civil Procedure 12b-6. Accordingly, defendants respectfully request this court to grant the motion to dismiss. And that's been filed. Certificate of service. And it's all there. And it's on the Federal Pacer website. So anybody can check it out. We'll get over here.
That looks exactly like what I would expect.
All right. So we have one more. We have another video. So first off, I want to get your thoughts. We'll start with you, Blue Bacon. What's your thoughts on this thing?
It's about what I would expect as well. Chille's lawsuit was pretty much absolute garbage, and they're acknowledging that it's absolute garbage. If it does continue in any way, they're not going to have a hard time winning that case.
Mm-hmm.
Being like, look, we arrested him. We can prove he committed a crime, or we can prove that it is reasonable to believe he committed a crime. Qualified immunity probably doesn't even need to come into play because nothing we did was outside of what is appropriate or allowed by Ohio state law or any other law that would be applicable. And therefore, his lawsuit is just that, oh, gosh, I'm mad that I got arrested, despite the fact and proof. He knew that what he was doing was a crime. He stated that he wanted to get arrested. He acknowledged that he had been told that he had to leave. He acknowledged that the time was 5 and that he knew that the place closed at 5 and that he was told if he didn't leave, he would get arrested. Now, the only thing I can see him trying to get a foothold with is him saying, I said I would leave if they were going to arrest me, because he stated that multiple times. When in fact, the reality is he stated, I will go with you if you're going to arrest me.
Yeah, he did. And she goes, okay, come on. And she goes just like that.
He's tried to spin that. And I think he would continue to attempt to spin that, and it would be very easy to be like, oh, hey, Jamie, pull up that video. And then boom.
Yep.
All right, Mike.
So he's got nothing.
Mike?
Yeah, his video doesn't help him.
No, not at all.
His video shows a good arrest.
Let me yeah, it does. And I believe his lawsuit's frivolous. I don't think it'll stand a chance.
No.
Let me pull up our next video. This is a court fail, okay? So this one's good. Me and Mike were talking about this one earlier. Let me find it real quick. Oh.
You know what? I will have now, and so will both of you. I will have yet another wave of Chille's dopey supporters bombarding my comments with nonsense. And sometimes I really do. If I'm in the right mood, it's fun to tell them to pound sand. It really is. Like it just depends on my mood.
Kick rocks.
Usually I'll ignore it, but sometimes I'll be like, yeah, aren't you stupid? You know, I'm just it's fun.
I'd like to get them to try to elaborate and say, oh, that's not correct. This. Would you care to respond? They never do. Or they just go, I hate you so much. Like, why? Because you're trusting the wrong guy?
I'm crazy, and I'll just respond with nope or wrong.
Yeah. All right.
It's fun.
So the next video we have comes from a pretty popular court case. It's the Baked Alaska court case. How many people here are familiar with Baked Alaska? Put a 1 in the chat.
I'm familiar with the food.
Food, yes, food. Baked Alaska is he is one of the people. He used to be like kind of a leftist live streamer, and then he went far right, and then he found himself as one of the people that were in the Capitol on January 6th. He got charged. He's now in federal court, and he has talked himself down to a misdemeanor, guys, okay? It's all going to be in here. So I'm setting you guys up. This is supposed to be his last court date. He's supposed to go in, plead guilty to the misdemeanor, and go home. it does not go that way at all. So, Mike, legal expertise will definitely come in here. Everybody else, sit back and enjoy this live stream court fail, because this was done on a live stream. All right, here we go. Let me get it for you.
Is this state or federal charges?
Federal.
Do it another way. Go ahead, Mark. I have the documents in front of me.
Okay, sure, Your Honor. Your Honor, this is criminal case 22-132, United States of America versus Anton Gionette. Will parties on the line please identify yourself for the record, and we'll start with government counsel today.
Good afternoon. Liz Alloy for the United States.
Good afternoon, counsel.
Attorney Zach Thornley on behalf of Anton Gionette, who is present with us today.
Gionette is the defendant.
Good afternoon to both. And I assume your client consents to this Zoom hearing?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, that's fine. All right,
just for the record,
Mark,
Judge Joseph Strafano, local counsel.
Raise your right hand. Do you solemnly swear and affirm that you will well truly answer all questions propounded to you by the court?
Yes, I do.
Your Honor, may the record reflect that Mr. Gionette is now sworn.
all right, you can put your hand down, sir. All right, you're under oath now. You can get yourself in more trouble by not speaking truthfully. Do you understand that?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, my understanding is that you're present in court today. You enter a plea of guilty to a one-count information charging you with parading, demonstrating, or picketing at the United States Capitol in violation of the federal code. Is that correct?
Yes, Your Honor.
Why do you wish to plead guilty?
I'm going to stop it here,
Oh no.
because everything so far has been good, right, Mike? I mean, this is procedure so
Yep.
far, right? Whoop. All right.
Sounds good, although I don't know about audio recording, but the federal court is fussy as hell about recording. So I mean, I know that's off point, but
Let me
already I'm thinking, I don't know.
Let me also state that I'm playing this court audio uncut. There's going to be parts where it gets a little slow, but I'm playing it uncut because there's not a lot of people that have this audio on the internet right now. And I want to make sure that anybody that does see it or does hear it hears the full context of everything. There are people playing small clips, but I want you guys to hear the full context of everything. So that's where we're at. We're at a good point. Everything so far is going exactly as planned. And this is where it changes.
It's perfect right now.
This is where it goes wrong.
Yes, Your Honor.
Exactly what's going to happen.
Why do you wish to plead guilty?
Well, I wanted to go to trial, but the prosecutors said if I didn't go to trial, they would put a felony on me. So I think this is probably the better route.
Well, let me.
All right.
That's exactly what I expected.
Yes. So for those of you that don't know, you cannot plead guilty and then say, but I'm not guilty. The judge will not accept your plea. Or he can't. He does. He can, but I think he's obligated, isn't he, by law? Somebody could come back and appeal that decision if they told the judge, I'm not guilty, but I'm going to plead guilty. They can come back and appeal that decision. And the judge's job, the prosecutor's job, and the defense's job is to ensure that the law is served as the law is described. So in that instance, he's just presented himself a problem because he's accused the prosecution of saying you must plead to this or we're going to charge you with felonies. And that didn't happen.
My
In fact,
understanding
I don't know
Go ahead.
I haven't seen this, but they usually ask for factual basis and have the defendant say, okay, yes, I was in the Capitol, I did this, the X, Y, and Z, something so that the court has a record of what they're pleading to as well.
Yeah.
That's why I was about to say, my understanding is that when they say, why are you entering this plea? The answer is generally along the lines of, because I did it. Like you got me. The allegations against me are accurate. That's why I'm pleading guilty. Boom.
All right,
But
here we go.
not today.
Let me ask you this question. Are you pleading guilty because you're guilty?
I mean, I believe I'm innocent, Your Honor.
Then fine. We'll pick a trial date.
I don't. They're saying if I go to trial, they're going to hit me with a felony.
I can't take your plea of guilty if you tell me you're innocent. So let's pick a trial date. Everyone look at the trial calendar for next spring.
Your Honor, is that a fair thing that they can threaten me with an additional charge a year and a half later?
You have a lawyer who can speak for you, sir.
Okay.
All right, get your calendars out.
Your Honor, if I can correct the record, the government did not say that we would charge Mr. Gianna with a felony if he did not take the plea. We did say that the case would continue to be investigated, and where the facts led is where the charges will ultimately be.
I accept that representation. Your office has proceeded in a very honorable manner.
All right, so for those of you that are trying to follow along and might be confused as to what's going on, what actually happened was they told him, we will offer you this plea. You can accept this plea, or you cannot accept the plea. But here's the thing. If you don't accept the plea, we're going to continue to push other people that have been caught there, and they're giving up information as well. And if some of the information they give up leads to felonious charges that we can bring upon you in the future, then this plea will be null and void, and they're going to increase the charge to a felonious charge. Right now, he's just sitting there with a misdemeanor. He literally turned down the opportunity to plead out on the misdemeanor to potentially in the future catch a different charge based on information that someone else gives.
Yep.
This is a
and
bad
that goes
move.
without saying. That's not even a threat. That's just reality.
That's reality.
Mm-hmm. If you didn't say anything, that's true.
All right. So here we go.
And I didn't believe that when I heard it. So let's pick a trial date. We're looking at next spring. Mark, I scheduled a trial in February.
Yes, you did. Yes, you did, Your Honor.
Next spring gives them a full year to try to find an additional charge. That it's such a bad thing for him. He was looking at such a limited, probably a fine, to be honest. They would have probably said, you know what, you've done some time. Well, let's get this out of here. Hell, even time served. I wouldn't be surprised if they said time served, get him out of the court, sir, correct your life, and have a good one. This is such a minimal thing for the court, and he just made it worse. So much worse. For nothing.
Yes, you did, Your Honor. Yes, you did.
All right. Tuesday, March 7th. Are the attorneys available?
The government is available at the court's convenience.
All right. Tuesday, March 7th at 9 a.m. trial. Will there be a superseding information?
Your Honor, I cannot confirm at this time, but there will be continued investigation and there may be additional charges.
Okay. All right. And there could be a superseding indictment as well, depending on what the evidence shows, correct?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. And for defense attorneys, is that date time available?
It is for local counsel.
It's also for myself, Your Honor.
All right. That's fine. We have a trial date.
Mike, what's going through going through his lawyer's mind right now?
Well, does he have one?
Yes. He has somebody there that's, I don't know if he's full pro se or not, but there's somebody there with him.
Well, the judge says that we have an attorney you can talk to, and he starts asking the judge for legal advice, which the judge can't give him. The judge is clearly annoyed. I mean, this guy is taking the bull. He's like, well, let's set a trial date now. He's tired of this, which makes me think that he's done some stuff prior to this in prior hearings.
Yeah, I was saying the same. I think that this was the result of some work. Like, finally, we're going to get this guy out of here, and then boom, now we can't. I have some concerns. What are the thoughts on some challenges to that trial date based on the right to a speedy trial?
Hold on. He's about to go through that. They're about to go through that.
Oh,
I don't want to jump the gun. We'll play some more, and I'll let you guys discuss that after they talk about it.
About the time between now and then vis-a-vis speedy trial?
Your Honor, the government requests that it be excluded in the interest of justice, given the voluminous discovery and other matters in this case.
Translate, Mike, please.
It was a big incident involving a ton of people, and she's saying we might have additional charges based upon what 73 other people might say. So it's taking a while to play out, and we're not going speedy trial here. Okay. Give us latitude, Judge.
Any objection?
Can you repeat that?
Are there any objections to excluding time from speedy trial calculations from the day's date up to the date of trial?
There's no objection from the defense.
All right.
Just waive it.
You've heard your attorneys indicate that they have no objections to excluding time from speedy trial calculations from the day's date up to the commencement of the trial on March 7th. Do you agree with your attorneys or not, sir?
Yes, Your Honor.
So what did he just agree to, Mike?
Oh my God, he does have, I don't know, it sounds like he does have an attorney. So it was an attorney who said that.
I think there is an attorney there. I don't think he's exactly pro se. But like, what did they agree to waive a speedy trial there, or did they push for? Wow, why would they do that? If the prosecutor wanted it, why would he not do it?
Probably is a good play. You know what? To be honest with you, this was a very political situation, which was hot in a moment. I would probably I don't even do this, but I would probably tell my client to waive speedy trial and let this thing die. If you really want to fight about it, I push it way in the future when nobody cares. Fine.
Yeah.
Let all the momentum evaporate out of it.
The court will make a finding that for the reasons discussed today, the court shall exclude time from speedy trial calculations from today's date up through March 7th. It's consistent with the fair administration of justice. The waiver is a knowing one. It's voluntary under the circumstances, and the docket will reflect that. I will issue a subsequent order putting in place a schedule for the filing of motions and or notices. Because it's a significant time between now and the trial date, should the court schedule an intervening status hearing date? I think the answer is probably yes, but I want to hear from the attorneys. So let me just say one thing before we start down that million-mile journey. Let me put Mr. Chille in a breakout room with his attorneys. I don't want, believe me, and everyone who knows me knows this. I'm never going to force anyone to plead guilty if he's not guilty. Never. And the attorneys don't know me in this case, but the attorneys in D.C. know me. The attorneys on the federal bar know me. And if Mr. Chille wants to go to trial, he'll get a fair trial, like anyone and everyone else who's appeared before me, regardless of the charges. And there have been some really serious charges against people in the past. They get a fair trial. They're entitled to a fair trial, regardless of what the charges are. So, having said that, and also taking very seriously the court's responsibility not to get involved in any plea negotiations, let me put it to the attorneys this way. Do you want to go in a breakout room and talk to your client or not? Sure. And believe me, I'm not trying to put my thumb on the scale. You should know me. If not, some phone calls to AJ Kramer and others who know me. They'll tell you I'm not trying to trick you. All right?
If we can go into a breakout room, that would be great.
Yeah, that's fine. But I want Mr. Chille to understand. Look, you want a trial, you get a fair trial, sir. All right? You hear me?
Yes, Your Honor.
Don't plead guilty to please me. All right?
Okay. Thank you.
Mark, put him in the breakout room. And let him stay in the breakout room for as long as they want to stay in the breakout room and talk about this. And
yeah, I love how he's laughing because he knows on the bench. He knows what this guy should be doing. That's why he's like, "You sure this is what you want to do?" He's like,
yeah, but he goes out of his way. They say, "Well, we'll get you trial if that's what you want." But you're right. He knows in his heart that the plea is the good play here.
Whatever. Hey, we'll let the chips fall where they may. It's all about doing the correct thing for the correct reasons. But I think we got a little off course there. And I think it's only fair to give everyone a chance to talk. And believe me, I respect. If he wants to go to trial, he'll get a fair trial. But it just won't be this year because there are too many other matters already scheduled. All right. I've said enough. Mark, I'll be sitting here doing some other work. Just let me know when you're ready. I'm gonna put myself on. I'm gonna mute video and audio, Mark. Okay? Yeah,
Sure, Your Honor. Okay.
If anyone talks about the judge, I can hear you talking. So, all right, keep your comments to yourself in the breakout room. And if
I have taken out the silences, so it'll continue playing.
Talk, that's fine as well.
I have
Mark,
it all in.
Believe me, I got enough work, Mark.
Okay, sure, Your Honor. Okay.
All right. Okay. All right.
Thank you, Judge.
And look, if you need to come back another day to talk about this, that's fine too. I'm not trying to rush anyone into doing anything. So,
well, candidly, Judge, that's kind of where this is going, which is why I don't think it'll take but maybe 5 minutes with Mr.
Okay,
Lloyd.
but if you another day, that's fine with me. You know, maybe you can talk to Mark. He can let you know what's good on my calendar.
Why do I hear double
and
audio?
We'll talk again whenever you're ready. All right.
Sure. Thank you, Judge.
All right. Okay.
That was the original person.
Okay?
I was like, who the fuck joined our live stream?
How do the attorneys wish to proceed?
Your Honor, I've discussed it with the attorneys, and the government has agreed that if we set a trial date of next March, that we will agree to hold the plea offer open for 60 days, at which point it will expire. So we'd ask you to set a status for 60 days out and a trial date.
Okay. All right. So we have a trial date, and Mark, how can we accommodate the attorneys?
Okay, so just to let y'all know what just happened, they've agreed to set the trial date in March of next year, and agreed to leave the plea bargain open for 60 days to give him time to think about it. Now, before the end of this video, I know what you're thinking right now, Chad. I know. You're thinking to yourself, this guy made a mistake. His lawyers are going to talk to him, and he's going to fix his issue. But I promise you, by the end of this video, I will have changed, or he will have changed your mind, okay? Not me. He will have changed your mind. Here we go.
In 60 days, Mark.
How about July 12th at 2:00 p.m. if parties are available?
Your Honor, I'm scheduled to be in a trial before Judge Walton that week, but I will have somebody from my office stand in.
Well, no, we can accommodate you, counsel.
Maybe the next week.
Yeah. How long is that trial going to take, do you think?
I think we will be done by the latter half of the next week.
Okay, by the next week. Okay. Maybe let's look at, what about towards the end of July, counsel? How about the 27th, 28th, or 29th? That can be flexible. Actually, the 29th is a good day. I have one matter at 1 o'clock. So 7th, it's going to take some time. The 29th, a bad day for anyone?
That actually is a bad day for me. I'm going to be out of town on the 29th.
Mark, is that correct? The jury trial scheduled for July 25th?
That's a continuation, and Your Honor, while this hearing was going on, they actually filed a motion to continue the jury trial.
Oh, okay, all right. Counsel, what about this may not be good for Mr. Loy, I don't know.
How did
the 22nd of July?
Know this?
Counsel, you'll still be in trial, won't you?
I think it's likely we'll be done by then.
Let's try for, if that's not a bad date, let's try for lunchtime, 12:30. And if it's a bad date, you're in trial, we'll just postpone it. Well, let's be realistic. What about, I'm trying not to schedule matters in August for a host of reasons. Suppose we were to come back right after Labor Day, first week in September. Any problems with that, Counsel?
Not from the government, but I would want to note for the record that we can't make any assurances that the plea will remain open longer.
All right, well, let's keep it. I don't want to interfere with that. Let's keep that open. Let's try and pick another date before the trial starts. Mr. Lawyer needs some guidance from you.
Yes, Your Honor, I'm available. The trial schedule starts July 7th, though anytime the prior week in June would work. The last week in June would work.
Fine with me. I can be flexible.
I think that'd be shorter than the 60 days, though, wouldn't it?
All right, Kelsey. You guys need to go back into the Zoom room.
I guess I don't have the calculation right now. I guess
the love of lawyers talking back and forth.
60 days is. But I suppose wherever that falls is when we should schedule the hearing.
I don't know, Mark. I don't have my applicants in front of me.
Well, I mean, what happened the 22nd was quite a good date over here.
I think Mr. Lord is in trial, I think, right?
No, I think I'll be out by the 22nd.
All right, that's July 22nd. Let's do that, Mark. What time do we have? I'm showing that jury trial is no longer is going to disappear, right? I have a 17 and 2. How about 1 o'clock on July 22nd?
Yes, Your Honor.
Actually, let's do it at 12:30. If you're still in trial, it's lunch break, so let's do it at 12:30 on July 22nd. All right. And Mr. Gianni, again, there's no obligation on you to consent to excluding time from speedy trial calculations. Your attorneys have indicated that you have no objections to excluding time from speedy trial calculations from the day's date up through, I'll just total it through the trial date. We have a trial date. We also have a status hearing date. Do you agree with your attorney, sir?
Yes, Your Honor. Thank you for the additional time. I appreciate it.
No. These things happen. I wasn't born yesterday. These things happen.
Somebody says the bacon still takes
the court will
play.
make a finding if all the reasons discussed exclusion of time until March 7th is certainly consistent with the fair administration of justice, and it's certainly a knowing one and voluntary one. You have two outstanding attorneys. So the document will reflect that the time between now and March 7th is excluded from speedy trial calculations. And we have a status hearing on July 22nd, I believe at 12:30, Mark, is that correct?
That is correct, Your Honor. July 22nd at 12:30 p.m.
All right. Everyone be safe and healthy, and we'll talk again in July.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you all. Okay, bye-bye.
Well, I guess we're going to be listening in July.
So I went in.
Okay, so I'm gonna stop it there because we're getting to the last little clip of the video, and this is him explaining his own actions. So we don't have to interpret them. We can just hear him in his own words say, "This is why I chose what I chose." But
I do not know why it took them so long to get that damn date. You're talking about here's that hearing. Do you want to take this plea? No. Okay, well then we'll continue to trial. You do want to do this plea? Okay, let's do this for 5 minutes. And then he goes through the plea, rigmarole, and he's guilty. Next. I mean, it literally is a 5-minute hearing.
Yeah, and I'm again, guys, I wanted to play the audio to preserve it for all the internet to have, because it's very hard to find this audio right now. So anybody can come back and listen if they want with minimal interruption or whatever. But anyway, this is now, he went on live, I guess, the same evening and said this, because this only happened a few days ago. So this is either the same evening or last night. Here we go.
I went in there, I'm like, okay, gonna take the plea, blah, 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 da-da-da, talked to my attorneys this morning. And then I sat in the hearing, and God just put it on my heart to just speak the truth, to just speak from the heart, and that's what I did.
I hate to tell you this, homie, but God is not gonna serve your time or pay your fines. So you probably should listen to your lawyers.
Yep.
He said, I was prepared Huh?
I was going to say, do you think he also stated God told him to go to the Capitol? Because if that's true, I think you need to start listening to a different God. Not giving him good advice.
From the heart, and I see all these people like, oh my gosh, oh, Bake's an idiot. He blew up his plea deal.
You're an idiot. You are an idiot. You had a fucking a misdemeanor offer there. You could have got away with nothing. Like, for what you did, you could have got away with absolutely. You just walked away from it and been done. You're perfectly fine.
I don't care.
You don't care.
You know what I do care about? I care about the truth. I care about God's truth. I care about integrity. I care about values. And I was literally like almost in tears after that hearing, because it was just like God filled me with the Holy Spirit. I was just speaking exactly what God wanted me to say. And no matter how this turns out, if I take the plea deal, if I go to trial, I am now proud. I'm proud that I had a chance in front of the worldwide stage to expose the truth on what they're doing to the January 6th defendants.
All right.
Yeah, we're not going to get political. Like, me and Mike already talked about this. We're not doing political. We're only talking about the court aspect of his case. And me personally, being as ignorant as I am at law, I think that what he did was an extremely bad move. I think he should have just taken the plea and been done with it.
It sounds like he's going to take it.
You think so?
Oh yeah, he just laid the possibility out there, but he did this, and that's okay. The other thing is too, it's a bad idea because you want to get on with your life, but I doubt that he's going to face any serious additional charges. However, if I'm representing him, I'm saying, I don't think you probably are. Even if he went to trial and got convicted of this, it probably wouldn't be a big deal. If he's on trial for a misdemeanor, it's not a big deal. It's whether or not they jack it up to a felony. That's the problem.
Oh, Mike, I'm covering. You know what? Sorry, I didn't mean to get off. I was getting ready to load up my taser video. Who stuck around here? I want one in the chat if you stuck around for the tase video and put. Just Taser Tuesday. Hashtag Taser Tuesdays. Hashtag Taser Tuesdays are electrifying. All right, let me. But I saw that video you covered of the lady with her husband, and she's like the sovereign citizen. She's got the flag behind her with the white background with the blue stars instead of blue with white. And I was like, man, I'm gonna cover that video. That shit was funny. But let me.
It's good stuff. You really should.
Oh, I think you know what? Because YouTube's about to, I want y'all to know, I love y'all. And YouTube's about to make this stream go away. Because when I show you what I'm about to show you, everywhere I've ever found it online, it's been marked for age restriction. So it's going to be age restricted here. Let me see. Okay, yeah, this is the one. Let me get it. All right, so this is your Taser Tuesday teaser. Ooh, look at that, Mike. You hear that? That is
a lot, yeah.
Taser Tuesday teaser. I like that. I like that a lot. All right, so here we go. We're going to bring up the Taser Tuesday teaser. We're going to give these people what they want. We're going to address the audience and see if they have any questions or anything they have to say to either one of us or any three of us. And we'll get the fuck out of here.
I can leave if you want. Look, hey, it's okay.
I've never asked you to leave. I never intend to. Here we go.
What are you doing?
We'll play it uninterrupted for the people.
Stop!
Who else for you? I'm not here to hurt anybody.
What are you doing?
I'm trying to get my wife and kids.
Okay, and you think that trying to kill somebody is the way to do that? Give me your driver's license. Give me your driver's license. I'm asking for your driver's license.
Oh, he's running!
Where's he going?
I'm sorry, I get excited. I know what's coming up, and I'm getting excited.
He said he's going to the zoo.
Chat, let's go!
Oh my God. Hey, watch out. Don't let him kill somebody. Hold on, guys. Hold on. Hey, man, get out of here. Go ahead. Go up. Here, stop this guy.
He turned around and came back to the police car. He deserves to be tased. That's bad move number 2.
125. We just had somebody about hit us multiple times out here. Start me another car.
125. Turning it to 2. You want to ball? You need to be outside the gun point.
Get on the ground!
Okay.
Get on your stomach now! Get on your stomach!
Movie, I swear.
Do not move! Get on the ground! Do not move! What is wrong with you?
Lots of shit, officer.
No. It's ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. You almost hit a trooper.
I'm sorry.
125. We have him in custody. You have a taser. You start me a supervisor.
It's just about my wife and kids, who are me.
And give me a medic.
And it's just about her. And I love you guys. And I know you love me.
I love you guys. He's fucked up. He's fucked up on something.
I I just need for you guys to help me up.
Well, you're under arrest.
You
You're
would
going to
stand
jail.
down.
You have anything on you?
No, nothing at all. Just in this.
Why did you
Except
not
for these
resist
drugs.
Because it wasn't about me, it was about my wife and kids.
And guess what? Now it's about you.
Okay.
Where's your ID at, man?
I don't have anything on
Did you
me.
already search it?
Listen,
No.
just stand me up. I will not hurt you.
Well, you're not moving right now. We've got a medic coming. You're going to jail.
I will not
No, I'm
hurt
not.
you. Yeah,
Yes,
no
you are.
shit.
You are.
No, it's Nirvana,
Ooh, is that
and
an- oh.
I'm not going to
Oh,
hurt
whoa,
you.
whoa, whoa,
I
whoa,
swear,
whoa.
I just stuttered right there on
What's
accident.
going
Hurt you. I swear.
Was that a needle that he just pulled out of his pocket? This is.
It might have been.
I saw this, but I wasn't paying attention, and I kept trying to download it and had to screen record it to get the whole thing. But I think he just pulled a needle out of his pocket.
Oh, you're not moving right now. We've got a medic coming. You're going to jail.
No, I'm not.
Yes, you are. You are.
No, it's Nirvana, and I'm not going to hurt
there.
you. I swear, I just stuttered right there on
What's
accident.
going on with your wife and kids?
I'm trying to get to them. I just need to communicate.
Okay, well, that's not happening.
Well, it is, though, because you're going to help me, and I love you, and it's not about you now. There's a time for that. But right now, I just needed to get back
Let's
to
sit him
you.
up.
Okay. Okay.
Sit up.
Oh man, that's gonna be a great Tuesday video.
The I love you part was the kicker.
I love you. I love you guys. Don't I love you? I know y'all don't mean to do this. Yeah, they do. That's exactly what they meant to do. All right, let's let's turn it over to the chat. We'll read a couple of super chats. Let's see. We got.
That was
Hank.
good stuff.
That was good stuff, man. I'm out looking for it. I need help, guys. Send me emails. Send me emails with taser videos, and I'll put them on Tuesdays for you. I don't even mind.
Just still have your material from Real World Police like the rest of us.
I think that's where I got that. Was Real World Police.
Yeah. They're the bomb. Shout out to Real World Police.
Huge shout out to Real World Police. I love them. I love them. All right, Hank's Corner, member 8 months, says, I'd love to see Chille Con Carne artist meet P. Barnes. Oh, God, that would be, yeah. You're not coming in here, sir. Yes, I am. No, you're not. Sir, step back or I'm going to tase you. Bam! You know? No warning. Taco and Yoshi Gaming, Skeptic, Mike and Bacon makes a OP panel. Much love. This is a good panel, by the way, guys. That's 3. We have all levels of intelligence. Mike,
dumb,
Blue
not
Bacon,
dumb, and also not dumb.
Skeptic, and then right here, 9th grader.
I'm doing my duty at the bottom of the bell curve. Thank you. Someone has to do it.
The Trigger Limey.
I'm taking up the food.
The Trigger Limey for £5. One of the benefits of a sleepless night, I actually catch one of your streams. Hope you're well, mate. Love you, bruh. Love you, bro. Man, Trigger Limey, I like that guy. He's a really good dude. Natishiro hasn't been here a while. $2 Canadian. What up, bo? Hi. The Trigger Limey for £2 says, this was fun. Back to bed now later, bro. Trigger Limey, I'm going to have you on in the near future, bro. Thank you. 3-Ron. Man, I'm saying bro a lot, bro. Come on, gotta stop, bro. 3-Ron. I've been watching too many goddamn Chille Con Carne videos. 3-Ron for $2. When do we find out if it's dismissed? I don't know. That's what we'll find out. I'll find out for you and get back to you.
What's dismissed?
The federal case.
Oh, the lawsuit.
Yeah, the lawsuit.
It'll pop up on Pacer. Well, you're not going to get a notification because you're not in the case, but you can check it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't have an account there. I need to start one, but they said they're going to have to
it should be set that motion to dismiss should get a hearing date, and it'll probably get dismissed that day.
Okay. Well, I'll definitely find it and keep you guys informed. Dave Malik, new member. Thank you very much, sir. Appreciate you. Pat's Cats, member for 2 months. Love Team Skeptic, Mike, and Blue Bacon.
Hi, Pat's Cats.
This is a great panel. Cerebral Tackle for $5. Here's to my favorite lawyer, my favorite Ethiopian framed Texan, and the world's only blue-colored pork-flavored potato chip. I'm not sure I'm blue colored or pork flavored, and I'm sure he's talking about you having the Ethiopian frame, correct? Blue bacon.
That's a good question.
Pat's Cats for $1.99 says stop the politics in the chat. Yeah, on the channel I try to stay apolitical, but as long as people are not really like degrading each other, like going out of their way, I'm pretty open to discussing whatever in the chat. Just be kind to one another, even if you call each other idiots and whatnot. It's okay. There's taser videos out there that bring us all together. So let's just come together on Tuesdays for Taser Tuesdays. Uncle Artie's
did that guy earn his taser today?
He did. And it's an earned one, right? Because he legitimately almost hit that police officer when he drove off with the car.
Yeah.
And there's times when police officers really exaggerate that.
Told me you love me.
Yeah, right. You what?
That's number 2 right there. Sorry. We're not going down that road.
All right. Uncle Artie's Bar and Grill of Stupidity for $10. Ironton Police Captain Chad Way accepted Chille's MMA fight challenge. Chad Way wants to talk to you about the fight. His YouTube channel is Leducator810. And I won't read his email address off, but yeah, that's badass. I hope he beats the shit out of him.
Well, hell yeah.
Uncle Artie's Bar and Grill of Stupidity for another $5. Will all 3 of you guys interview Officer Chad Way, who is fighting? Yes, of course. Bring him on. Let's go. I want to see this. Rennie, baby, came a new member. Thank you so much, Rennie. Love you. Wolf Girl 666 number 3. $1.99. 3 very handsome men. Wow.
Aww.
They are talking. Hey, I've never been as small as I am. I've never been referred to as 3 men. I really appreciate it. Like, as humble as I am, I don't typically take compliments like this very well. So excuse me while I compose myself. But Mike, I appreciate you thinking, in Bacon too, thinking you were one of the other guys. It's cute.
No, I don't have the beard anymore, so I can't be one of them. So one of you is at least 2 people.
Yeah, right. Beach 8. Beach 8. Nice team. Sorry, I'll go now. Yeah. Let's see. Krabby J. Oh, Beach 8, first off. Love you, my son. Krabby J for $10. What a panel. Some heroes just don't wear capes. Yeah. Some of us don't. Some of us keep the capes on our avatars. Oh, Mike, Blue Bacon. Chat, do you have anything you'd like to tell us? Tag me. I'll make Mike answer any law questions you have. But keep in mind, this is not legal advice. And if you need to
as your lawyer.
If you need any advice on how to avoid torture cuffs in the dungeon, I will allow Blue Bacon to talk. He's kind of a specialty.
By the way, Blue Bacon, tip of the fez to you. Tip of the fez to you for the for the handcuff stream. I had about 6,000 people come on there and say, Blue Bacon just, when Chille's on about his torture cuffs. So I'm like, okay, I gotta go check it out. And here you are, you're cuffed up, and you're like, okay, like just going about your stream. It was a nice effect. It really was.
Let me tell you, that was a challenge. And the challenge wasn't, I did one that was 1 hour, and then people were like, but people buy you apple juice, which would have made it less painful. I'm like, I don't know what you're talking about. It's just apple juice. And also, people who have consumed apple juice get put in handcuffs all the time. And Chille made the assertion that handcuffs are torture every single time, no matter what. Right? That was his allegations and assertions. So apple juice wouldn't matter, according to him. So I did a second stream, doing it for 2 hours. Like, all right, 1 hour, well, it wasn't good enough. Here's 2 hours with 0 apple juice. And they were like, but you didn't, let me put them on you. It will be torture. And Team Skeptic, you addressed this. We were like, yeah, if you put them on as tight as you can, that's going to be very painful. I apply them to the exact training scenario. You can hear me clicking it. You can take your own cuffs and click it the exact amount that I did. Figure out exactly how wide my wrists are. If you care to know that.
He went in our debate. He was like, I'll come down to Dallas and show you that it's torture. I was like, dude, if you wanted to hurt me, absolutely you could. I'm not disagreeing with you that if if I submitted myself and you said, how the fuck can I hurt this guy by putting cuffs on him? You would find several ways to do it. And there's I have no issue with that. But if you come down here and say, I'm going to administer the handcuffs as a police officer would administer them on you, I would be okay with that. I could handle it. I know I could handle it. And I'm a disabled vet with a back problem. I know I could handle it.
Yep.
So fuck him. Dennis78 said, last I heard, Chille is avoiding the promoter. That sounds about right. Tough guys usually do when they get put in a position to respond to their threats of violence upon other people. And somebody stands up to them and says, okay, let's do it, takes them up on their challenge. They're usually the first ones to go, yeah, no, thank you. You know, originally it was a good idea, but I've come around to, now that you've actually put your hands up, I've decided that my face is more important, you know. The teeth that aren't missing are very important to me. Damian Paxton, please tell Blue Bacon it was great seeing him versus DeWitt on Dr. Phil. Yes, it was. I did not know that we were working with a pseudo celebrity here, right? But we do have a pseudo celebrity.
It was
go ahead.
Great. That's all. It was just great.
In city, you were, man. You did a good job, man. I'm glad to be making connections with good people. I told Mike the other day I like surrounding myself with people like Mike because he's a badass. And which, let me tell you guys something. In an upcoming video on Chille, he makes the comment, I'm the fastest growing channel on YouTube. Mike, would you care to guess who spelled HWO? Who I'm going to promote and say, well, what about blank with blank's channel? Can you guess? Captain 7,000 subs in the past 30 days. What the hell is all that about?
I've been doing streaming on Legal Bites. Okay, and God bless her. She's really cool. And she started with the DUP trial. She's about she's well over 100,000 in the last 30 days. New subscribers. So is he outpacing that? This is just like somebody I deal with on a daily basis. I'm not even like surveying all of YouTube.
Yeah, he has things.
I don't know what he's talking about.
He has in that video I'm covering. It'll be this upcoming week. In the video I'm covering, he says, I'm not an auditor. The title of his video, first word, is #audit. Fuck are you talking about, Chille? You are an auditor. You can say it all you want. I'm not an asshole. I guess it's true, right? It must be because I just said so. Jeez, that's not how it fucking works, dude. All right, so we have Commander Darklight, my baby. $14.99 Aussie. Hey, brother, how's the stomach? Okay, for those of you that don't know, I recently found out butter is made of dairy. And I am not kidding. No. My family is a margarine family. My brother moves in. I run out of my tub of margarine. There's a stick of butter. And I have a tub of margarine, a big tub. I can go grab it right now. It's about the size of my head. Okay? It's how much margarine I eat. I need that. And when it ran out, I thought, try this stick of pseudo margarine. Okay, we'll call butter tonight pseudo margarine.
Yeah, butter's just fake margarine.
So I put it in the pan, and my food tasted great. That was the first problem.
It did.
It fucking did, right? So I essentially
butter tastes better than margarine, my friend.
Tracking my butter. I wouldn't say consumption, but purchase history. Okay. I ate about 12 sticks of butter in 8 days. Now, normally, to a normal person, maybe they can handle that. To a severely lactose intolerant individual like myself, who doesn't eat cheese or butter anymore, hardly ice cream. I only force ice cream down my throat because it's so goddamn good. Caramel. But god damn it, I eat so much fucking butter, I fucked my stomach up, man, and it affected me. It affected me. I was like trying to think I needed to go see a doctor or something for like a stomach cancer. No, I'm all right now.
We were worried about you. Yeah. And it was butter?
It was butter.
Like, is he okay? Oh my god. Like,
I was just eating Butterhead's dairy in it, guys.
I didn't know that butter had dairy in it, though. All right. Insidious Viz, Skeptic, what up? Did you post Chille already? Yeah, that was the very first part. We covered the motion of dismissal from his.
Does he have the court date back up in Ohio? I want to know what's going to happen.
Yeah, I think everybody's waiting for that to happen. I'll see what I can do about getting somebody on the inside of either that trial or that Zoom call. All right, Susie Y. For any reason that it's okay for Chille to spread flyers around town calling the cops murderers. Oh, Mike, I have something. Give me 1 second. I need to show you something and get your opinion on it. But this was what was sent to me earlier, and I was like, I need more clarification on it. Give me 1 second to download it. I'm going to read off the next couple super chats. I'll download it, and then you can tell me. You can answer the question that was asked of me. Gina S. for $20. Thanks for an interesting evening to all three of you. I really am lucky to have these two guys on. They're amazing individuals, and a benefit to the stream. A benefit to this stream. Mr. Pajato for $5 Aussie. I think I said that right. Pajato. Here you go, boys. Making Monday morning at work a little bit easier. Great stream. Thanks so much, sir. Susan Ray for $5. But we loved you first. Law Talk with Mike. Wow! They're super chatting me to tell you that they love you first. That's just jacked up.
Thank you. And you just want to do the same for me?
Nobody loves you.
No? It's good.
All right, hold on. Let me open this image up, and I'll get this. Okay, it's... All right, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to zoom... I gotta change some zoom standards here so I can actually show this. All right. Wait, what? Huh. Why did it do that? Okay. All right, here's the picture. Now I'm gonna zoom in on it so you can see. I know it's hard. Just give me 1 second. Okay, I got to put it in a second window. Give me a second. All right, here is the full screen. Oh, wow, okay. It will only let me take it down so far, but that you can pretty much get to see what... So he's going around town putting these posters up that says Matt Haas planted the gun, Dick Schneeman shot James 28 times reloading. And the question was, is this defamation?
Well, absolutely, assuming it's not true.
Yes, assuming it's not true. This is of course there's no
truth is defense. So if you can show that, no, it's not defamation at all. If you can't show it, it is. Of course, it's pointless because defamation is going to be a civil action. And what do you want? A judgment against Chille?
Yeah, and I think without knowing the facts, okay, I think the guy on the right did shoot somebody else that I don't know that case, okay? I just think that the cop on the right is in an officer-involved shooting. So that's a declaration, a statement of declaration. There might be nothing wrong with the one on the right. The implications, whatever that may be, that's not defamation. That's on the person who's reading it to come up with the intention when it comes to that. However, the one
shoot him 28 times.
I'm sorry.
Did he shoot somebody 28 times? That's verifiable.
Well, yeah, I don't
know that he did, though. As an individual, I've seen the video, and there's more video that I want to see from different angles, but I don't believe I remember seeing the ops who initially fire all of his rounds and then reload and continue to fire. I could be wrong about that. That's not what I was paying attention to. I was looking for a gun in the vehicle prior to the shooting. However, the body cam footage was not good enough. I don't know if the rest of the body cam footage is out yet. I'm told that other angles are better from people who do know or are presumed to know. But the case was... This dude police tried to pull this guy over for a traffic stop. He ran as a high-speed chase. When they approached his vehicle, according to the police, they saw a weapon pointed at them. And I believe police stated that he fired first and then police fired back. Of course, Chille's getting this information, I believe, from his, I want to say wife, but that I don't, technically not. His widow would be the correct term, saying, "Oh, he would never carry a gun. He's not that kind of person." And to be fair, if I was engaged in criminal activities, I wouldn't tell my wife either.
Yeah.
So,
Right.
you know, my understanding is he already had some pretty serious criminal charges in his past. I believe the people in his immediate sort of group, similar things. But instead of sort of going, I don't know, like maybe there's more to this than what, you know, a very biased party would say, Chille goes, he didn't carry a gun, then it must have been planted. Without any of the footage being released, with almost no information being released, he created a story to gain attention, and he's running with it. And now that the story is out a lot more than it was when he started, it does not match what he's saying.
Yep.
So
yeah,
he has no way to
there's
recover
probably
to.
defamation case. But again, what a complete waste of time to get a judgment against Chille.
Yeah.
I mean, he doesn't have anything. I actually don't know that, but my guess is he doesn't have anything. I mean, the guy's selling jack socks, for crying out loud.
Yeah, he's real good at running from collection agents, so I think, I think they know. There's nothing to really gain from it.
Maybe he's a jack sack billionaire, and he just hides his assets. Well, I don't know.
He just hides it in his jock sock because he ain't putting nothing else in there.
Well, he says his car is self-driving. That would have to be a custom job, so it must be worth some money. We could see if that finally lean against it, something.
All right, so we have Vera Lucia Campos for $10 dollars, which it says, "Love you boys, especially Frankie and Ali." LOL.
Oh,
from Brazil.
Those are my poachers.
I know who Frankie and Ollie are, man. I love those dogs.
Little yappy shits, yeah.
I subscribe every time I watch a video, Mike, so the dogs don't get it. Chris Kelling for $20. Here's 20 for the cause. I have nothing pithy to say here. Don't worry, we have Blue Bacon, who's full of pithy comments tonight.
I never stop thinking. So.
Mass Debate has been a member for 26 months. No thanks to YouTube telling me this is happening. Yeah, I know. They kind of are doing me wrong a bit right now. Let's see what else is going on in the chat. Let's see if there's anybody that's... Oh, my chat froze. So give me a second. Oh, look. Hold on. This one's frozen, too. That's great. All right. Vicky Evans. Okay, so Law Talk with Mike keeps Team Skeptic a little more mellow. How does he do it? I ain't mellow. What are you talking about? No, I mean, am I mellow right now? Like, I'm enjoying myself. I don't know. There's people on this platform I enjoy spending my time with and surrounding myself with. Brainy Beaver, Law Talk with Mike. Recently, Blue Bacon. Guy's kind of cool a little bit.
I'm okay.
Yeah, he's all right. Wolf Girl 6663, $4.99. Goodness, handsome, smart, and humble. Any of you into older women? Mike. Just start volunteering. No, I'm just kidding.
I'm not at liberty to say.
Yeah, he's under USC 1683.
Yeah.
Put out that the correct response is, I haven't been yet, but what are you doing later tonight?
Yeah, right. No, I don't know. I mean, I've never, I don't ever really consider older or younger, I guess. I've been both ways, older and younger. Don't put me on the spot, Blue and Wolf Girl.
Answer the question. Answer it. Are you or not?
That's a deprivation of rights under Title 1642.
I'd like to plead the fifth against self-incrimination.
1260. I just like men and women, the age of fabulous. Yeah, right? Cat, at once? What? At once? Older and younger? Something? Maybe. I don't know. Yeah, probably. Let's see. Can Chille teach law without a license? No. Well, I don't know. Teach? I don't know where he would teach law, but practice, no, he cannot. But teach? Mike?
Yeah. You can't practice law. You can't teach in the sense that you wouldn't be accredited for any sort of degree or anything.
Yeah.
But a lot of these guys get away with, I have my, his trifold information sheet is complete garbage and nonsense that you want no part of. But if someone's dumb enough to buy it, I suppose he can get away with that.
See, I'm okay with him having the platform to talk and spew his nonsense. It gives me plenty of material to cover,
Yeah.
I have an auto downloader on him. Every time he puts out a video, I get that video before he has a chance to delete it, because I know that one day he's going to realize that everything he's saying is wrong and stupid, and he's going to go through mass deletions, and I'm going to be the archiver of Chille.
Oh, it's too late. I've got a whole playlist on. There's no going back now.
Right. I do have a playlist. I have a playlist, and the intentions of my playlist were to add everybody's Chille videos to that playlist. So I need to get your playlist so I can get all of your videos and add them to that. And Bacon, I need your playlist as well. Hey Bell Bergie for $9.99 for the facial hair envy Blue has towards Mike right now. Okay,
it's true. Oh my god.
Let me ask you a question.
I miss it already.
Blue.
Blue Bacon has fantastic beard when he feels like it.
That's what I was going to ask you. Okay.
When the government allows me to have it.
Let's say from today, right now, you get off the stream with the conscious. So I'm going to shave my face because obviously you've got a 11:30 a.m. shadow going on. I live with a permanent 11:30 a.m. shadow. So, no, but you shave your face and you say, how long will it take you to get to where Mike's at right now? How long will it take?
I don't have a lot of beard here.
I know.
Yeah.
But I'm still impressed.
A week for Blue Bacon.
A week.
Yeah.
All right.
A week and a half on a slow sort of growth.
I could let.
So I'm not eating my vitamins.
I could let my face grow for 6 months, not shaving, and it will not get to that thick.
I tell you what, I would have killed for that when I was active duty, because shaving every single day, it'll mess your face up.
Yeah,
and
when I was active duty, it was good because I could go 2-3 days without putting a shave down, and it didn't tell. Yeah,
I was like, can I get a note? No, God.
Yeah.
But the buzzard, like just trimming the beard, is nothing compared to shave. I mean, shaving is putting the razor on the face. That's a whole different world.
Oh,
yeah.
If I put the razor on the face, it would take me legit about 6.5 months to get even close to what you have. And I could probably never get to that, even if I went an entire year. It would just be prickly on my face. I'd look stupid. I'd itch my face all the time. I don't know how you do it, man. I'm like, shave that shit off, bro. Like I can only imagine that your body has trained yourself to just desensitize the facial area so that you don't itch from all the hair on it. And of course, I'm like,
it is really weird. Like I always shaved for years and years, so I only got a beard like maybe a couple years ago is when I started, and it is weird at first, but now it's nothing. You get so accustomed to it.
Question: the video of you when you're like and subscribe, or the puppies get it every day. They get it, don't
right.
they? How old were you? How long ago was that video? Not how old are you? How long ago?
4 years ago.
You look different with no facial hair.
Everybody says that.
Okay, good. I'm not just a weirdo then. I'm like, oh my god.
No. A lot of people like it. It doesn't even look like the same person, which is strange.
It doesn't. You don't. Do you still look like that if you shave?
The beard thing, I don't know. I just kind of let it happen. And what I was afraid is when it got hot, I'm like, is this thing going to burn me up? And it really doesn't.
Oh yeah.
The problem is
I have a hairless body.
Then you shave.
I look like one of those fucking meerkats or whatever they're called that have no hair on them, head to toe. I'm like alopecia, but everything except my eyebrows and my hair on my head. The rest of my body is just done.
Yeah.
All right, Seema. Member for 9 months, my love. Thank you so much. Gina S. Oh, you guys are awesome. Seema, love you for real. Gina S for $5. Y'all are cute as fuck, but all of you have featured much cuter puppers. Now that is sexy. Yeah, I have a cute dog too. I have a cute new dog. Oh, let me get her in here. Yeah. Hey, in honor of Glenn Serio, Luna, where you at? Her name was Luna. Luna, come here. Hi.
What's
See, she
happening with that
comes.
case?
Come on. She sees a super.
When's
cat.
Stereo going to show up in court somewhere again?
I don't know. Let me put her on camera real quick so everybody can see this beautiful, lovely super chatter right here. Do you have $200 super chat? You want $200 super chat? Can kisses? Oh, okay. This is Luna. She's the anti-First Amendment auditor. She's a pupper.
Luna's pretty cute.
She's adorable. She's violent. She attacks my kitty because she says kitty nuggets are good. Okay. Okay. You have to get down. Good girl. Yeah, we're training her real well. I'm very proud of my brother. Him and his girlfriend have trained her like exceptionally well. Chris Kelling, member upgraded already, baby. From upgraded his membership to the shiny dingus. Mr. Kelling, love you. Sindao Q. Oh, another guy I'm going to be bringing on here pretty soon. Member for 13 months. I can't believe I've been a member for 13 months. No shit, right? A lot of you guys have been putting on some months for sure. And I appreciate everybody becoming a member and whatnot. Hey, I don't think I have it. Let me check. I don't think I have it, but when I can gift memberships, when they make that available, y'all are going to want to be here for that stream because I'm going to be having fun gifting away a bunch of free memberships to all my lovely supporters and paying you guys back a little bit. And I'm going to tell you something about that gifted membership stuff. It's really cool because if you're an active person on the channel and in the chat, then it will have a higher likelihood of gifting you the free membership. Let me see if it won't let me gift. Oh my God. Okay, whatever, dude. Don't care. I don't like you anyway, YouTube. All right, but anyway, yeah, when they do the gifted memberships eventually for my channel, that's going to be a show you're going to want to be here for. We'll do the shock stream on the 29th. New show next Sunday. I have a video coming out tomorrow. It's an article read video of the Queen of Canada. The Queen of Canada. I almost want to do that article read live here and then chop it up and put it out as a video. But I'm not going to. I'm gonna record it tonight. Taser Tuesday. You saw the video here first. It will be on Tuesday. That one will not be Monday. Huh?
Taco Taser Tuesday?
I may just eat a taco while I do it and call it. It's Taco Tuesday. Taco Taser Tuesday. Yeah. Oh, I'll even have a little taser and tase my taco. Don't make me tase my taco on stream, guys.
When you say taco, you mean...
Let's see. I have 2 Chille DeCastro auditor videos that he says he's not an auditor in, where he says he's the fastest growing channel on YouTube, and I get to prove him wrong with Mr. Blank Blank with Blank that's on the panel tonight. You got to hold out to see who I'm talking about for that video. I have a lady bites a police officer. That's not a good idea, even if you don't have teeth.
Not.
Oh, man. Y'all want to watch that real quick? I'm sure the people would love to see that. They're already going to demonetize this stream. We might as well give the people yeah. You guys, put a 1 in the chat if you want to watch a lady biting a police officer at the airport. All I need is a 1 in the chat. If 1-1 gets posted, we'll do it.
Just does it.
I got to get out of here. It's been an absolute delight. I'll leave you guys to it with the biting.
Okay.
But thanks for inviting me on.
Nice to see you, Bacon.
Yeah, Blake Bacon, it was awesome, man. And take care. We'll talk another time. Come out anytime, man. You're always welcome on the channel, okay?
All right, we'll do. And I'm gone.
Woman bites airport police. There's too many ones. Why do you guys are so deprived. Or not deprived. You're masochist. Masochist. That's what the word is. Sadist.
That's awesome.
But here at Team YouTube, or I'm sorry, Team Skeptic on YouTube, we give the people what they want. They want taser videos, they want window smash videos, and they want women biting police officers while not having teeth. So
who doesn't?
Who does? Man, that's such a great point. Here we go.
Let's go. Let's go. Come on. Let's go. Let's go. Johnson evasive.
Her unfortunate issue is she starts out outside of the airport.
On the upper.
She was already in a winning position.
We're on our way to the train, hopefully. Come on, let's go, Susan. Susan, let's go. Let's go. Susan, this way. Let's go. That way.
Well, Super's
Let's
mother.
go. Let's go.
I don't know if she's really intoxicated
He's
or
like very
on,
uncooperative, trying to get her downstairs.
or on
Let's go,
drugs.
Susan. Let's go. Hey, hey. No. Let's go. Don't. You cannot be back here. Let's go.
No.
Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. I need help, please, right now. Let's go. Let's go.
Get off.
Let go of me. Don't you do it.
No.
Don't you do it. Let's go.
I'm stuck up in the
Let's go. Let's go. Let go of me. She's fighting me now. Let's go. Let's go. You know what?
You can't hit a police officer.
What is your
That's for
problem?
sure.
Let's go. Let's go.
Yeah, that's good for you.
Susan, let's go. Sandra?
It sucks because they give her
Let's
every
go.
opportunity.
Don't
They're trying
you
to convince her to go. Something's clearly
You know
off
what?
about this lady.
Chris, get in.
Thank you. I need help right now, please. I'm going to
Hey.
Hey, can we get back up that Wait, can we get back up, guys? Anybody talking to you Let go of my coat. And don't let come through that right incident can go on. Let go of my coat. Let go of my coat. I said.
Okay. Yeah. Hello. This is funky. We can't get you back.
You got 2 hands up, sorry.
That meth rage is about to come out.
God! 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 Help, God! 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 Oh, God!
Oh, that shit off. Glasses are over there. We're gonna need a car here too to take her.
Cleveland area body cams is another good one on top of Code Blue, like we were talking about earlier.
Yeah,
Cleveland area body cam is good. This goes on for a bit longer, but I believe she already bit her. That's when she said, like, don't bite me or something like that.
Yeah,
don't do drugs and go out in public, people. I'm all for letting people do drugs inside of their home, but when you do your drugs, stay inside of your home. Don't come outside.
Yeah, she's altered or nuts, obviously.
Oh, okay. So send out Q about as I get ready to read these last couple of super chats, and then we'll start heading towards the door. He was a member for 13 months. I saw him in a video of another creator that I watch, a guy named Mischief TV. So I am one of those people, I can't stand copyright abusers, right? Copyright abusers, worst thing in the world. I don't care about all this. I'd rather you speak your mind than try to fucking copyright abuse, speak the most absolute horrid thing that I disagree with. I'd rather you have a platform to be able to do that than to turn around and use the copyright system to shut someone up or silence criticism that may not be to your absolute liking. Mischief TV was a 16-year-old creator, so we're talking about a child here. And he's not, I don't want to say like he's not mature or anything like that. He's very mature for his age. You can tell in his videos. He composes himself very well. But anyway, he had a copyright takedown on him by a channel called Quantum TV. And it's becoming a big thing because Quantum TV is like he was a nobody, right? Just about the same size as my channel. Sorry guys, I'm a nobody. I know I got 60-some thousand, but in the grand scheme of things, I'm a nobody. All right, he's a nobody. He gets a lot of shit wrong, but that's his platform. Do whatever the fuck you want. He does TV reviews and stuff. Well, he did a video game review on Elden Ring, and it was a bad take. That's a subjective point of view. So that's my opinion, but it was also the opinion of the Act Man and hundreds of other YouTubers, but specifically 3 of them, or we'll just say 2: the Act Man and Mischief TV. So what he did is he threatened the Act Man, and he threatened Mischief TV. He actively took down the Mischief TV's video with a copyright strike. Mischief TV had like 6,000 subscribers. Due to the exposure he got, he's now sitting well over 100,000. So thank you very much, Quantum TV, for helping young Mischief TV get that leg up that every YouTuber wants. I'm happy for him. I'm glad. I would go every day to Quantum TV's videos and leave a comment that says, hey, just your daily reminder that Mischief TV has more subs than you do, because I can't stand copyright abusers. That's the one thing that I'll actively troll. Like, I don't want to waste my time trolling anybody but copyright abusers, because I can't stand that shit. Like, it's the worst thing in the world. Just let people have their say. And it was simply a criticism. And he was like, what he said was, because the content ID system said they used part of my video, blame YouTube, not me. Well, no, YouTube didn't file the strike. You did. The content ID system is just to inform you that people are using your content in different areas. You go and review the content and say, this is not fair use, this is a copyright violation, or this is fair use and is not a copyright violation. And if you don't know, don't file the copyright claim. Just side on the side of, it's probably fair use. You'll know when have a copyright infringement. You'll know, okay? You'll look at the video and go, my entire video is on his channel. What the fuck? No commentary. It's a 26-minute video, 26-minute. I tell people they can do that with my videos because I only want my message to get out. I want people to see me doing my videos. I love the support. I love the super chats. I love the subscribers, but that's not why I do it. I mean, it's my job now, so I have to do it for monetary purposes. But the driving factor behind me is just to get my message out, to have people watch me. I've been an entertainer for fucking almost 20 years now. For the first 17 of them, it wasn't shit. Probably wasn't that long. Probably like 12 or 13 years, really. But for the first 10 of them, I wasn't shit. Now I am. Now I want people to see my videos. I don't care about I'd rather somebody share my video and get the message out. Just the way I am. But you'll know when you go to a video and say, I could get a copyright claim on this one if I wanted to. There's no question about it. But anyway, he filed the copyright claims against the Act Man, which is a 1 million subscriber channel, which he should have never done that to him. Because this piece of shit, Quantum TV, let me tell you about this guy before you start saying, don't get involved with that. That's all. We don't need all that type of drama. No, let me tell you something about this guy, okay? Just a little something. There was a picture of 2 women kissing at a church. Okay? Harmless picture, guys. Harmless. He responded to that picture without, nobody Like, he wasn't tagged in it. There was no need for him to respond to this picture, but he chose to use his First Amendment right, which I agree with, to say, you should have been one of the Pulse victims. This is on his profile. He still to this day is on the Twitter. Oh, well, I think he might have deleted it since being exposed. But get this, Mike. It was in like February it was in like 2018 or 2019, and then he said he was hacked in 2020, and that those posts are from when he was hacked. It's a classic Chille de Castro filing his own argument where he doesn't realize that the temporal order of events does not follow.
Yep.
You know, and it's
that's despicable. I get it.
Then he used the Actman's. He got the Actman's name, did a search, found the Actman's mother's phone number, called her to tell her that her son does not need to get into any legal trouble with him. Recorded that call, of course, right? Completely and this is guy's mom. She knows nothing about it. Absolutely zero.
Right.
But Sindao Q knows a little bit about this. You know, I plan on bringing him on. We're going to talk about it because he was in a video. I've just basically told the whole plot of the story. I can't believe. But I know I'm missing a bunch. This guy's just a piece of shit. He's a real piece of shit.
Yep.
And Mischief is just this little guy trying to make a fucking name for himself on YouTube. It's commentary. It's criticism. I'm a reaction commentary channel. I react to things and I give my commentary to them. And that is so necessary in a democracy. In a fully functioning society, that is necessary. You have to be able to criticize your opponents, and your opponents have to be able to criticize you. You'll never grow, and you'll never understand who you're actually fighting against if you don't give them a chance to speak. So you let them speak, and then you address their arguments. That's why I've lived my life. I'll continue to live my life like that. And Quantum TV, you're a piece of shit for abusing the fucking copyright system. Shout out to Mischief TV for standing up and criticizing this piece of shit and not backing down ever since. And he's continued to criticize him. And of course, I'm banned, so I can't go fucking tell him that Mischief TV has more subs than he does. But if anybody wants to go remind him, hey, Team Skeptic said, I'm not going to be mad at you. No brigading. I don't do that shit. But anyway, that's why I was bringing up Sindao Q, because I hope I said his name right. Because he was in that video. He made a video on it, and he was featured in a Mischief video. So big shout out to Sindao for standing up for the right things. Kat for $6.99 Canadian. This is for treats for Luna. Oh my God, she's not my dog, but I'll eat her treats for you, okay, Kat? I'll give them to my cat. No, Wolf Girl 6663 $4.99. My husband says I need to stop teasing you young men. She ain't talking about Mike when she says young men. That's the only one young man here. Oh, private number calling me. We don't answer those calls. Let's see. Holy Smalls for $5. I like it here. It's not like Brainy's where I am the only green. Oh man, poor Brainy Beaver. Shay 2 for $5. No message and thank you very much. Sindao Q says, man, thanks. Yeah, nah, bro. Thank you for standing up for what's right. Cats are good. Have many of them, says Rodent of Anger. I knew there was something wrong with you. I thought it was just that you show up to every one of my live streams. I figured that was the antisocial characteristic of you, and now I find out that you like cats. So, double whammy for you. I hate cats. I only like one cat, Mike. My cat. And it's not because I just hate cats. It's because I was raised to hate cats. I was raised as a dog man. So now I found this scraggly little e-beggar, I guess I want to call her, because she was sitting on my front porch begging for June bugs, for the June bugs to come down and land so she could eat. And I adopted her. And now I love cats. Well, I love her. Are you still there, or are you... I'm talking to... Oh, I thought I was talking to myself. Ah, Mike, don't do that. You scared the shit out of me. Bodie McBoatface, been a member for 35 months, almost 3 years, Bodie. God damn it. Jesus Christ. That's fucking awesome, man. Thank you.
Good name.
Just got back from his channel. He's turned comments off. Of course, everything. He turns comments off on everything. Because he has like 60,000 views and 10 comments. 10 people support him. The rest of them are like, hey, yo, Mischief has more subs than you do. I'm almost wearing that band as a badge of honor. Stephen Alley, new member. Hey, Stephen, I miss you, bro. I miss you. All right, well, we're going to call it a night there. Mike, you got anything else you want to say tonight? Let me put you full screen.
I do not, but that was fun.
It's always fun, man. Always fun.
That was fun. We did the long one on mine, and then we did this one. That was good stuff.
Yeah. I told you before, I'll tell you again so that I can reiterate it to the crowd that's listening. I like to surround myself with good people. So seeing Mike on my stream should tell you everything you need to know about Mike, or at least about the way I feel about Mike. He's a good guy.
Oh.
He stands on his own 2 feet. You're not going to see him crutching or clutching on anybody else. It's really hard to find people like that. He stands behind his beliefs. That's he's so genuine.
Thank you.
Laughter that is intoxicating. I sub to you because of your laughter. I told you this the other night. Like, I was watching. Of course, I like the content, but at the first video that you have a little clip that jumps away and you laugh. It's like it's like fluffy. Like, you would think of someone of about 300 or 400 more pounds than what you have would be making that really fluffy laugh. And no, it's a skinny little lawyer from New York or from Chicago. Every time he opens his videos, oh, my grandma's shark. I don't even know what you're saying anymore. Before I used to know, and now I don't. Now it's just it's a run-on word. Not even a run-on sentence, a run-on word, okay?
Yeah.
But I love it. I love you, man. You're an amazing content creator, and I hope and I see big things in your future, and I'm here with you. So.
Thank you, Team Skeptic. I appreciate it, man.
Did you
have a
just
good night.
Fuck my name up after I complimented you like that? That's fucked up.
I would never. I might have had a cocktail during this.
You what now?
I might have had a cocktail while we were talking here.
I had to learn from my last Shock stream that having cocktails needs to be limited to like once every 6 months for me.
Yeah, you gotta be careful.
Have you been on? Oh my God, Mike, we're making plans. 2 weeks from today, I need you on. We're doing my torture stream. This is the stream where I put on a shocker and people can shock me for $1.
Oh Lord.
I want you. Everybody has a blast when they come on here to do this with me, and I'd love for you to be. I'd love to pop your.
All right.
Your
You gonna put your cuffs on too?
I mean, I could just for you. Goddamn, prosecuting attorney. Like, I remember the old days when we used to see people pull them out of the dungeon with the marks on their wrists from all the torture they went through getting up from holding. All right. Thank you, Mike, for coming on. Seriously, man. You rock.
All right. We'll do some more. Good night. That was fun.
Yes, sir, it was. And then we have Vegas Baby Girl, member for 11 months. Hello, team. Nice to see you on a Sunday. I'm going to try to stream on Sundays. It used to be my stream day. Wednesday and Sunday were my 2 stream days. And I want to get back to streaming on Sunday. I've done a few of them in a row. The way I want to do it is just Sundays will be my streams, and the last Sunday of every month will be my torture stream. So if you want to, save up a few dollars, $2, $3, just to randomly throw in a little shocker, try to make me pee my pants, it's not going to happen. But if you want to try, by all means, go ahead and try. I want to do Sundays again. I want to bring on people like Mike. And I want to bring on people like Blue Bacon and Brainy and have really interesting conversations. In fact, I want to tell you about a conversation that's in the works. Okay, y'all can go check them out if you'd like. Great channel. It's covering the Ukraine war. Okay, a guy by the name of Gendic Commando. He's not over there. I didn't see him watching Ukraine stuff. I saw him because there was a video by Infographics that he did a reaction to that was like 2 or 3 years old. It was like why you don't want to mess with the United States military or something like that. And I was just really impressed with his breakdown. I thought he did a hell of a breakdown on the U.S. military and said, hey, I'm sure my people would love you. So you want to come on and have a conversation? I mean, he had like 270,000 subscribers. I figured he probably wouldn't even respond, but he did. He said, yeah, sure, let's do it. So I've been over there watching his streams. He's a really good streamer, really good content creator. He has a really strong audience as well. So it's, you know, I just want to introduce my audience to him. I believe it's a good thing. I know you guys will like it. But we're going to talk U.S. military. We're going to watch some sovereign citizen videos because my goal is to ruin everyone by exposing them to sovereign citizens. No, not ruining them, of course. But yeah, you guys love watching SovCit videos with me. So we'll pull up some SovCit videos, some taser videos, throw them on, talk a little bit about our time in the military, and maybe briefly about what's going on in Ukraine. Nothing political. I'm staying away from politics. I don't like talking politics primarily because I'm very politically ignorant. But at the same time, I think the politics system, the political system in America is the most outdated and stupid shit in the world. And none of them care about us. So I would rather not talk politics on this fucking channel. And I'd rather just keep it funny to people doing stupid shit. That being said, when a political topic comes up and y'all want to have that conversation in the chat, you are more than welcome to. Again, just understand that everybody you're arguing with, probably, you know, there's going to be some trolls out there, but most likely everybody you're arguing with is going to have something that they share in common with you. And while we don't all agree on everything, finding the commonalities and where we do agree can be a very good thing. So let's have the discussion. I'm not going to stop you guys from having that discussion. The only thing I won't let is overt bigotry, you know, racism, sexism, homophobia, or homosexualism, or whatever. You know what I'm talking about. Any of that shit, not happening. But if somebody has a disagreement with you and they disagree and you don't like what they're saying, that's not necessarily grounds to shut them up on the stream. I prefer people to speak their mind so we can identify the idiots. What's wrong with that? That's what we do on this stream, right? Or what we do on this channel. Armageddon's fire. 3 Aussie dollars. Oh, yeah, baby. Miss you. Dancing for you. Trade wins 1964. $10 for diapers during the torture. You know, I'm glad you gave it to me now so I can get those diapers. Because if you had given it to me on the day of, it might have been too late. Tequila Mockingbird, $4.99. Chille only has 2 brain cells. You're being nice, Tequila. One is, yeah, exactly. One is missing and the other is out looking for it. Exactly. I take it back. Exactly. Spreading COVID misinformation. I'm good with whatever you do, Tony. I know you're not out there trying to make political statements with you, Matt, or doing stuff. There are certain people in the chat that I have full confidence in. PhD Tony is one of them. Mass Jerk, hey Team Skeptic. SGV believes COVID is fake like an idiot. SGV. Is that somebody in the chat? What up, Unclean Hands? Good to see you, man. Oh, yeah, 3 Ron. Yes, Jen did. He does. He has good vibes, right? Like, he's chill. But he's coming. He said he'd come up on the stream, and I figured we'd introduce him to you guys. Maybe play him some chili con carne videos. SGV is a frauditor. Yeah, that's about right. Sounds about right. All right. Robin Dahlgren Johnson for 20 secs. Couldn't frauditors be used for military training? As a vet, no. Actually, that would be some good training if you wanted to teach people how to deal with, like, I don't know, like mosquitoes, you know? Like, you just don't let the mosquitoes bother you. Like, you're in the desert. You want to get training for not having to let a mosquito bite you or anything like that? Well, just go get some frauditor training. You'll learn to put up with anything. Come here. Hi. So, of course, I was talking about my little baby girl earlier, and I'll get out of here after I show her some love. Mama, I love you. Want to say hi to everybody? That's Reese's. She does not like the puppy. You do not like the puppy, do you? I love you too. All right, guys. I think that's what I'm going to call it tonight. You guys, yeah, Luna Jr. She's older than Luna. Go ahead, Mama. She's older than Luna. But yeah, seriously, I really enjoy everybody. using frauditors for military training would lead to soldiers who think headshots have zero effect. Well put, PhD Tony. Well put. I really did have a good time tonight. I have an article read for you guys tomorrow. Like I said, it's gonna be an article read. I like doing stuff like that. It's more me, so I get to read and react to an article instead of a video. I've had some really good responses on the 2 article reads I've done so far, so I anticipate it's going to be a good one. Put a 1 in the chat if you know who the Queen of Canada is. And then I'm gonna read you the title of this article so that you can go to sleep with good dreams, okay? You're going to go to sleep happy tonight after you hear the article. Oh, yeah, the Queen of Canada is popular. Look at all those ones. 69 Surrender Monkey. Not that queen. Oh, my God. The other one. The Filipino Queen of Canada. I think her name is like something Deluda. Let me find it real quick. Didulo. Romana Didulo. So I'm just going to call her Dildoa. Yeah, I did a video on her. Exactly, Facty. I did a video, but here's what the title to this article reads. And you guys, we're going to end it after this. I'll come back. We'll do the flip backwards and shit so you guys can laugh at me. But listen to this article title. The QAnon Queen told followers they didn't need to pay bills. It didn't end well. Oh, it's such a good article to read. Oh, it's an article that I'm sure you'll stick around to the end of. Oh, it's great. Dildo, yeah. Queen Dildo. You're right. It didn't end well. I'm not making it up. It's a Vice article. I'm literally, it says in there, it didn't end well. I've read the article. It's hilarious. I'll just read the intro to it. The QAnon Queen of Canada told her followers to stop paying their electricity and water bills because she declared them free. But now the utility companies are calling. Woo! Win for society. These people are good. What do they think? Man, I hope that all the money they were making that they would normally use to pay bills didn't go towards super chatting people like Queen Dildo. Because they're not going to have the money to pay their back bills. Please tell me she was really convincing. I've seen some videos. She's not convincing at all. Frayed edges for $5. I will give you $20 if you shock your tongue on the live stream. Oh, man. Come on, Frayed. I don't know if I can do that, bruh. That might be too painful. I shocked the sack, man. The sack should... Doesn't that count for the tongue? Come on, shock the sack back in the day. Gina S for $2. Can I put a pre-order for the shock? Oh, God. Hello, Team Skeptic and Law Talk with Mike, says Vanguard. Law Talk with Mike's gone, but yeah. Then you won't crave butter. I don't crave butter anymore. Butter's gone. Butter's mortal enemy. Butter, milk, cheese. Those three things, moving forward, done. Jeez. All right, guys. That's all for tonight. I love you guys, man. I had a great time tonight. You honestly make me feel great every time. I get so nervous before doing these things. And let me prepare my chair for the lean back experiment. See, I kind of want to zoom in on my face so you can... I think I can do that. I'll try to do it for next time. Won't you? Yeah. I'm sure y'all want to see the face I make. I scare myself because I go back. It's a trust fall, right? Is the desk going to hold me up? Will the chair break? Will I go flying backwards? Will the queen save me when I don't pay my bills? No, probably not the answer to all those questions. So here we go. Kiwi Gamer, I'm looking at what you're saying. Do you want me to make a CAW of Delete Laws Burn Buddy in WWE 2K22? Yeah, hell yeah. Love you, Team Skeptic. Have a great night, my friend. And on Mark, the sarcastic law student, that's where we're going to end it. Kiwi Gamer, reach out to me, my friend. Everybody else, y'all have a great night. Love you guys. We'll see. They're premieres, all week premieres, 4 p.m. CST. I'd love it if you're there. And before I get out of here, I need to tell y'all something. On the taser video, you know, the fact that you guys are hitting the like button and leaving a comment, right? Just anything, even if it's just like, yay, Taser Tuesday, anything. It makes the biggest difference in the world when it comes to the algorithm, and that will push the content out to other people, and that's what fills up these live streams and keeps us putting out more content and having a good time. So thank you so much for last Tuesday. It really showed in the analytics. I could see it. So thank you so much for that. And please just consider giving the videos a like if you do like them. I know it's real easy to watch a video and not even care about clicking the like. I do it all the time. I like videos I really like and people I want to support, whether, you know, I just watch the video and hit the like. But I watch so many videos I like that there's a lot of times I just don't even bother. So being the hypocrite I am, I'm asking you to please click the like when you see my videos if you like the video, okay? Other than that, love you guys, man. I'm Team Skeptic. Slow-mo.